So this is weird. First of all, can everyone hear me okay?
You're like yelling.
I'm yelling because the microphone is down the other end of the kitchen.
The kitchen is small though, so.
Sounds of distant pigs. Alright, this is the first time we've done anything with this setup and probably the last. So those of you who are here live, congratulations, you're witnessing history. Yeah, it sounds a little far away. It's going to because we don't have lapel mics or anything, so we have one microphone in one position where it will be staying. This is the setup.
Hi!
So, yeah.
Welcome to our kitchen. It's incredibly small.
True Purple, Afino, Levi, thank you so much for the subs. Really appreciate it. Oh!
We have bananas, but no avocados. That actually just came.
It actually just came. That is awesome. So we have a couple of things planned for this. And yes, welcome to like 2/3 body Pixlriffs. This is weird. We have 2 webcams, but I was waiting on a USB extension cable so we could have the other webcam over here. As you might be able to tell, our kitchen is kind of narrow. This is like, I can put my knees on either cupboard. It is not big, so we don't really have a way to. There's no like way of going around where we're at right now.
Put this down here. This is recycled.
Yeah, so we got a USB extension. We're going to run that over the top of the cooker, and it's going to come down here.
USB extension.
And then we'll have like chop cam, which I've set up already, but with the webcam that's just currently resting on the PC monitor because what else were we going to do with it? So this is weird. Hi. Also, I can't hear the music, so do let us know if it is too loud at any point. We can turn that down. And also the light is going to be changing a lot because our kitchen kind of faces west, so it's like west and
put
north.
the lights on. The lights are on.
Yeah, this is a problem.
The problem is the sun is right there.
Yeah, and my camera is like good at being sensitive to light and looking kind of cinematic, but what that means is like it blows out some of the image sometimes. So apologies for that, but until
I'm getting scissors.
Yeah, until we can. Until the sun goes down a little bit more, the lighting is going to be really inconsistent, and then after a while it'll just like even out and look nice and domestic.
But when we get the other cam set up, it'll be more dramatically lit on us. But we haven't got that yet. So
yeah, you'll be able to see what I'm chopping.
Bear with us. We've been so disorganized about this.
We've been pretty organized just today.
Yeah, we've changed the date about 7 times just because of trying to coordinate different things that we were using our computers for, and it was just not. We just couldn't figure out exactly what would happen. So, yeah.
Linz, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I also don't have my sub notification sounds coming out of anywhere. Oh, we just have a hype train out of nowhere as well.
Oh.
George Notter, thank you so much for the 4 months.
Everyone is excited for the
yeah.
shopping,
Welcome to our house. Yeah, this is a little strange. But, am I taller than Mumbo? No, I've met Mumbo in person, and he is still about 4 inches taller than I am. I'm about 6 foot, and he's about 6'5". Yeah, I'm probably 6'1" if I stand up a little straighter, but I'm relatively tall. Kay is 5'1".
I am the shorty. Do you wanna
Yeah, let's
run it over the top?
Let's do that.
How's everyone doing? Oh
yeah,
my god. What's happening?
Lord Jake Ryan, thank you so much for 10 gifted subs. Miss B North gifting a sub as well. Primal Cub with 100 bits. Omar with the 6 months of Prime. Stevie77 with the 200 bits, and Queen Axolotl with 100. Thank you all.
Good lord.
Absolutely slaying a hype train. Trisha with 1,000 bits as well. Oh, good heavens. Okay.
So you're missing out not having any sound.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot, but the only thing I could really do would be turn it up on here, and then I'd hear myself with an echo. So there's not a huge amount we can do about that.
You can technically put the speaker on here.
Is the webcam? The webcam is currently plugged into the side of the monitor, correct?
I think.
Yeah, it's that one on the
on
the end. So unplug that for the moment. It'll be. I don't think Streamlabs will be thrown for a loop or anything, so we'll just do that, and then I'll position that over here.
Do I just do this?
I mean, we'll do that in a second. I'm just going to get the thing set up here-ish. Alright, there's a lot of notifications happening. You're going to have to bear with me. Xcyrus, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Salt Hunter with the 500.
Oh, there's Sauce and Jade and
Sauce with the 400, thank you.
Kiwi.
Alright, this is going to be awkward, but we'll make it work. It's going to be... The problem with the height of our kitchen counters is it's also going to be kind of like... It's going to be chop cam and crotch cam, which I have to apologise for already. But maybe that will work. We'll see. We'll see how the angle works.
Tundra and Maud, what is happening?
Jade, thank you so much for a gifted sub. Soul Tundra with the 5 gifted subs. Maud with the 5 gifted as well. Thank you so much. Everyone's just excited because this is the first time
Everyone's like, kitchen!
This is the first time we've done anything like this. We've invited you all into our home, so behave yourselves, take your shoes off, wipe your feet, that kind of thing. That's a level 2 hype train hold done.
Nice. Okay, run that over the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use my long arms.
Yeah, do that.
Get it up over there, and then a little bit of midriff for the chat there. I think this should work out though.
Hold on, let me plug this into the...
Are we going to build a furnace? No, the furnace is already running, actually. We're roasting some garlic right now.
Is that...
Alright, that should be in. So if you hit number 1 on the number pad... Hey! Okay, so we have...
Nope.
We have 1...
Nope, that's not working. That's an old bit of...
Yeah. Alright, let me fiddle with it for a second. Let me, quickly... Yeah. So it probably just wants this doing to it. Alright.
Hey!
There it goes. So we now have chop cam. So what this means is I can be over here chopping some stuff and you guys can see my hips. So that's going to work out pretty well, I think. Shout out to all of my food streamer friends who have cajoled me into making this happen. Minnesota Toz, Tabatai Cooking, and any number of other folks.
You get a sense of our size when most of my body and part of my face is in there, and it's like literally just your torso.
And then, yeah, I'm just like, I'm down here. Hello.
Yeah. Also, yes, this is a GMM mug. This is the old school GMM mug.
Yeah, we got that one ages ago.
Yeah.
Alright, I have to read some more stuff real quick.
There's so
Zero
much.
Fox, Nebraska, thank you for 5 gifted subs. Ginger gifting us up to Talismans for adopting a fellow mod, appreciate it. Megaroo, thank you so much for 3 months of tier 1. Milk Dud Bouquet, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Chop Cam, yes, we have several options for Chop Cam as well because I decided we wanted to have like a split screen style thing as well. So like if somebody is chopping over here, then the other person could be chopping over there. It's like two-sided chop-o-vision.
Zloy is there. Yeah, no, the camera is better on this side because the light is directly facing, like the sun is right there, but there's like clouds, so it's nice and diffuse, so the light from here is like fantastic. That camera is technically better, but it's got all of the backlighting happening, so you can see the pretty sycamore that's at the bottom of the garden.
The lighting is evening out right now as well. It's like when there's direct sunlight, it's obviously looking a lot more intense.
Mischievous. Thank you for the 100 bits.
Thank you. Did you bring the conductor's hat? No, I didn't. I'm not going to be wearing that in the kitchen. It's going to be too hot.
Is the sound okay? We're doing good?
I mean, the sound is probably fine. There's not a huge amount we can do unless you can turn up your microphone input.
Dan!
Hey, Dan is there. This has been so beautifully engineered and I love it. Yeah, right.
Aww.
So we'll be able to talk to people a little bit more. I'm going to have my laptop is right here, basically. So I'm going to be able to talk to you guys while I do some chopping. We're going to have the stove stuff happening over here. And we're making, for folks who haven't read the title, if any of you are on mobile and you don't see the title, we are making Lasagne alla Bolognese, or perhaps Bolognaise, depending on how you pronounce it. Crostini with...
How can you not have an apron on? It's here, give it to me.
Yeah, we've got it.
We're not cooking yet.
We've got crostini, and I do like a kind of appetizer with goat's cheese and those tiny little sweet peppers. So we're going to be doing some stuff with those as well. But right now we're roasting some garlic because having garlic jam is always really nice.
Forget the apron, where's the beard net?
I mean,
that's why.
Yeah, I don't have much of a beard right now. This is actually the first stream I've done where I've had a haircut and shaved a little bit. So,
yeah, Stevie, thank you for gifting.
It's a lot right now.
A sub to Mowgli.
Hey, thank you, Stevie. We're almost at the end of a level 3. Anyone who wants to bump it up to level 4, you've got 30 seconds to do that.
Aww! Zloy, thank you for the bits.
With the 700 bits, thank you. So yeah, the garlic will be ready in about 15 minutes-ish, and we can get on with it. But I thought it was going to be fun to just like introduce the setup and our kitchen and everything. So yeah, for folks who don't know, and I may as well hold this up to explain a little bit. Back in December, along with the 8-bit community, I did a charity live stream for St. Jude, contributing to the 8-bit community's total and their kind of like St. Jude stream team, and we raised enough money that we hit a milestone goal for me to do a cooking stream at some point, but that was in December, and obviously we wanted Kay to come home from the US so they could be involved as well, and yeah, we just kind of been putting it off since then because life gets busy and we didn't know what we were going to do. But it is my birthday on Monday, and so we thought we were going to do it on Tuesday, but some other stuff has come up on Tuesday that means we can't do it. And so we were thinking, should we do it on Monday night, but then we'd be rushing it because I normally record the Spawn Champs podcast on Monday. So we decided to do it today. So this is a little impromptu. But really appreciate the hype train. Thank you so much. Thank you, Soul Tundra, for gifting another tier 1 sub to the community. Liara with 100 bits as well. Really appreciate you all.
Did you get Milstead Bouquet?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. That's a distinct name, which I feel like I should have remembered hearing it, but I didn't.
I'm not taller than an Enderman. No, I am. I'm only 6'1". I think Endermen are about 9 feet tall. But yes, there's birthdays coming up.
Yeah, birthday on Monday, and
yeah, we're going to be recording an episode of the Spawn Chunks on my birthday, which is going to be really weird. But
yeah, so we decided to just do this today because
we're just going to chill on Monday.
Yeah, we're just kind of juggling things.
We're either going to be eating the leftovers of this lasagna, or we might just like order in or something. But yeah, I'm not going to be going anywhere. Neither of us are vaccinated yet, so I figured we might as well have a nice night in and chat.
You love the tiny kitchen. It feels so cozy. I like that too. It is kind of cozy and nice, but practically,
we could
kind of a pain, and we're hoping to expand.
We would really like to push this wall out about as far as we possibly can in that direction.
Well, that wall.
And that wall as well. Yeah, there's various things we can do to expand the space and make it a bit more usable. But yeah, I tend to occupy the kitchen a little bit when I cook, and we don't end up cooking too much stuff together because it's just a pain to get past each other this.
Because literally we can't even stand side by side. Stand here.
Oh. It's like a weird version of that American Gothic painting. I feel like I should be holding a spatula or something, right? It's alright, screenshot this, chat. That's how it goes. She's holding a mug in that painting, right? It works out.
She's holding a mug.
So, how's episode 360 coming along? It's not yet. I'm going to work on it tomorrow, probably. Do I think it'll be the finale? Absolutely not. No. There's a lot to do at the museum still. A lot of people are ending their Minecraft 1.16 series because presumably the update's coming soon, but I don't know. I'm going to be working up until the deadline, basically, I think. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot, roughly. The amount of people who are going to be going, how tall are you throughout the entire stream? Just because you have me for scale.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hang on. I've got something else for scale. We can... There you go.
Oh, banana for scale.
Banana for scale.
Welcome to our kitchen. We have bananas.
We do.
We don't have any avocados. We are out.
The other thing regular viewers of my stream will notice is that the channel point redemptions are basically all turned off aside from the ones that don't pertain to my studio lighting. Because we can't do anything about the lighting in here, and I didn't want to move my hue lights down here for this stream. So fun though it would have been, and absolutely something I will do next time, if there ever is a next time of these. I don't have any channel point redemptions for switching lights on and off today. But yeah, maybe that's something we can do in future. Who knows? It'll be back to usual on whenever my next stream is. It's probably not going to be tomorrow because I'm streaming with the 8-bit community, doing more Dungeons and Dragons tomorrow. So that's the plan. But hey, IRL stream. Yeah. This is fun.
Yeah, thank you for saying we have a nice kitchen and a nice house.
Gerardo, thank you so much for the 100 bits.
It's super not out in the wild countryside at all. We just have a big tree out there. We've got a lot of hedge, so it's nice and private in that respect, but we're really not in the countryside. I mean, we're at the top of the city.
It's kind of hilarious that we've left this to a point where you can see a tree in almost full leafage. It's really come through in the last month or two, I guess, because it's been a really cold spring so far, and so it's just had a little bit of rain and a bit more sunshine, and suddenly it's Like it just it goes.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of hoping that the foxes would pay us a visit so I could turn the webcam out the window and we could do fox cam for a bit.
Oh.
But I don't think they're out tonight, and
No.
if they do come out, it'll probably be too dark to see them. But if you want more footage or pictures of our garden foxes, which are just wild foxes that live around here and visit our garden regularly, then check out my Instagram or my Twitter feed because I post them there a lot.
So I'm just reading
in
chat.
Canada, you started getting warm weather? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Elle is there. Hello!
Hi!
I'm waving at the camera that is not on.
Yes.
Because I'm staring at the camera
I
that one.
I can put on picture-in-picture mode so you're at least in the top right-hand corner.
Yeah.
And so then you can...
I am here.
I figured the choppy mode would kind of clue people into the fact that that was the chopping board camera.
I'm here. I have a face. Yeah, no, it's kind of weird that we're talking, like, the main setup is over there, and that's where the camera is, and then we're... It's just weird. We have no idea how everything is going. Anyway. Yeah, it's still cold in, like, other parts of Canada, and yeah, we're kind of the same latitude, I guess, as it were. It's not, doesn't get quite as cold here, but it's been a very cold spring so far, and it's like... I am weary. I am weary of the chill.
The tree is like the tree in front of my farmhouse on on my survival guide world, I guess so.
We need to fix we have a citrus tree that's out in the backyard that I feel like we've moved out too soon, and now I'm like hoping to get a chill. But it's like leaning over because it's been so windy, and it's just like I don't know an angle. Anyway.
Garlic's about to come out.
Yeah.
In a couple of minutes.
The garlic is happening. Do we want to start actually making things? What do we want to do? What order do we want to do this?
Well, once the garlic is out, I'm going to mash that down. We can probably prepare the sweet peppers first, and then once they're in the oven, you get started on crostini, I get started on ragu.
How long does the pepper thing take? It's
like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we can get started on that now.
Okay.
So I'm going to foil up this tray.
Hey, Bona!
A tray.
Thank you for
The food is hot, you'll need a tray.
complimenting my tattoos, various people. I've seen a couple.
Oh yeah, you can do your tattoo showcase if you want to.
My tattoo showcase. Most people don't see them very often. I mean, on your stream at least.
And yeah, I will probably talk through the steps of what I'm doing, but this is not going to be like a tutorial stream. And apologies for all of the foil noises as well, because that's probably deafening.
The crinkle crankle.
Yeah, a little bit. Little bit.
Yeah, so we're going to be trying to keep up with chat. So, sorry if we miss things, because we've got the stream over there.
There's going to be far too many people here for us to read every chat message, so do not worry about that.
Yeah. So, just wanting to...
How many people do we have? There's over 500 people here. Thank you all for being here.
Afino, did you say thank you to Afino?
I did not.
For bits? Thank you for the bits. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone here. The peps are loud.
Yes. So there's going to be a lot of crinkling while I take things out of packets. But, peppers.
The jam is going to be the thing that I want for the...
I'm probably not going to put the apron on until I have ragu to make.
Yeah.
I'll dry these off a little bit so they don't go too soggy. Happy birthday from Estonia. Thank you, Estonia. My birthday's in 2 days, I guess. We're not really planning on doing a whole lot, so... When did Tubbo give 50 subs? He raided me the other day, on like Thursday, I guess. Alright, I'm just going to slice these peppers open lengthways.
Hides and fixes cabinet because I'm in a saucepan.
Medium saucepan. We have you somewhere, yes.
You would be in this cabinet here.
So I'm going to just roughly de-seed and devein these peppers. Going to take the stalks off.
Oh. Yeah, they were talking to me. I was like, I know how you do it. And I was like, oh, right.
I might be talking to you as well, I don't know. You want to know how to make these peps?
Do we want the sourdough from Flower Pot, or do we want to use up the rest of the...
That is entirely up to you.
Ciabatta?
When I asked you earlier, you seemed to
I was feeling
think
the sourdough might be nice.
So you can go for that.
Yeah.
It is very strange not having any sound. Like,
Yeah.
it feels very quiet in here for some reason.
I know, it's
But
kind
I
of...
feel like the only other thing we could do is like plug your headphones in and have them next to the microphone, but then the microphone might pick them up a little bit, might be like bleed a little bit.
Could we put the crappy monitor speakers on?
I mean,
If we just need some sound so we can hear when people are donating things?
I mean, I guess.
Would you?
As long as people are fine being ignored until I look up and notice the activity feed, then I'm fine with.
It is super quiet, it's really weird.
Yes, I do have sharpness 5 on this knife, well observed. I did sharpen these earlier actually, so they've been on the grindstone or whatever.
Oh, it smells really good.
Not fine with it, but certainly used to it. Thanks, Zeke. There will be no dry udder noises on this stream. I sound like Alan Rickman in that Harry Potter. There will be no silly wand-waving or foolish incantations in this class.
You want me to just start taking some stuff out of the fridge and putting on the
I will
fridge
teach you to bewitch the senses and engulf the mind. What?
Ensnare the senses.
Ensnare the senses. I
and
can't remember the
bewitch
line.
Something, I don't know.
J.K. Rowling is trash anyway. Alan Rickman's lovely though.
Yes. Alright. Do you want me to get some of the ingredients out of the fridge just to have them on the side? So you and I constantly go back
Yeah, I
and
guess
forth?
so. Can be some eye candy for people watching as well.
I'm just thinking of like the onions and the carrots and some things that just so we're not having to constantly go in and out.
Yeah, that works.
It's
How
kind
am
of awkward. What is that?
I arranged these in a weird way and I came out and I thought I had like an odd number and I was like, how have I done that? I've just halved these. Oh yes, that one as well.
A bit curious.
We have one of these. Ironically, in Minecraft, you can only dull blades on the grindstone. I mean, you can repair the durability, which I don't know, I guess. If you really want to.
Well,
let's give this a wash.
just prime.
We cleaned the kitchen so thoroughly before the stream as well, so
Yeah.
everything is looking very nice, and we are now going to make a giant mess of it.
Yay!
I think I'll
Giant
probably
mess.
do that, and we'll save the other half of this for something. I don't know what, but
Ednoria! Thank you for 19 months
19
of
months.
time.
Wow, Ednoria. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Welcome to my kitchen. This is where the magic happens. That's what they say, right? Somebody else is finishing off Alan Rickman's whole bit from Potions class.
Noah is prepared. Is this your favorite meal?
You said Noah, and I thought you meant the white cat. He was out here earlier.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. He was on top of our storage thing outside.
Making his rounds.
Sure is.
No, is this your favorite meal? Someone asked. Who's that?
We haven't made lasagna
I don't
like
think.
ever. I feel like when we've made it, it's been like at your mum's house, and it's been like a tray bake that they got from the store. You know?
Yeah, we don't make it very often at all.
I have not made lasagna from scratch in probably like, I don't know, 5 years or more.
Yeah. I feel like we've made it once back in Peace.
Probably once, yeah.
But we just don't make it very often. But it was like, this would be a fun thing to do.
How much of this would you like me to save you for the crostini?
How much are you gonna use?
Can you deal with like a third of this?
Yes, yeah. Cause I don't want to kind of crumble it with. There's like gonna be the jam on the other bit, so I don't need that
Alright.
much.
I will leave you that much.
Hey, I think I'll put that in the fridge
Cool.
because that's.
Who needs things to open anyway?
I'm gonna put that in the fridge.
How is ChopCam working out? I know the webcam itself is like a little bit high, but if I tilt this down, I can't see the Twitch chat as much. Is that better? Is that a better angle? Do you want to
I think.
executive produce this angle for me?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah. You could probably scooch it over slightly
Like to the left,
to.
like this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just so the
Yeah. We've never done this before, by the way.
the handles are not in the way.
There we go. Alright, having got goat's cheese all over this knife, I'm actually going to rinse that and use the cheese knife instead, because that's ostensibly what it is for. Give me 2 seconds. It's just goat's cheese, what's it got to do?
Goat cheese. Also, this stream brought to you by Lactate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Throw that in the bin for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Who usually cooks in the house? Do we take turns? I feel like I cook more, but we do take turns at stuff. Can I get to the drawer? I need a cheese knife. Sorry.
This is why. This is
Yes,
why
this-
normally one of us is in the kitchen at a time.
Yes, yeah, we don't tend to cook together all that much, although we try.
Where's the other cutting board? Where did you put them over here? There they are.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get this one out now.
good idea. So, if anyone's not a big fan of goat's cheese, try it this way. This has been a hit with basically everyone I've made it for. And the idea is that we're just gonna take this, like, whatever you'd call this, like this round of goat's cheese, this log of goat's cheese, and we're just gonna press a little bit of the goat's cheese into each of these peppers, and maybe push it down in there so it kind of like squishes and fills out a little bit. And then we're gonna dust the top of that with garlic powder and a few Italian herbs, and then we're just going to pop it in the oven for 15 minutes, and it's going to come out bite-sized and beautiful. Love the cheese knife? Yeah, I love the cheese knife too. I use it to cut more than cheese. I use it to cut like onions and stuff, because stuff doesn't stick to the blade when it's got like giant holes in it.
Can you
So
hand
useful.
me the bread knife?
I can, yes. Sorry if I've got ghost cheese on my hand already.
Thank you.
This is a messy cheese.
It's okay.
So we can just smush that down into there. Yeah, and this makes appetizers for like 4 people if you're also making a lasagna, but
Oh,
we'll probably have a couple left over from this.
I feel like they need to see this loaf.
I mean, you want to show it to him? You can hold it up to the big camera.
Is the lighting going to be good enough?
Probably, yeah.
Can you all see this loaf?
Witness this loaf!
Witness this loaf. Check out my loaf. This is a nice sourdough. This is a good sourdough.
This is
I
not
mean,
sourdough we've made ourselves before anybody thinks that we've hopped on the sourdough craze of 2020.
No, we don't have the patience for that. I have not done that. This is from a local. They're like a local chain.
It's like a chain,
Like-
yeah. I
like-
don't know where they have other shops, but I'm sure they do.
There's a bunch, but they're like mostly in. They're kind of like small batch, and that they're only in Brighton, really.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Flower Pot has expanded further, but I feel like I've only seen them in Brighton. But anyway, they do some really nice sourdough, and for a while that was like the only place I could get sourdough.
Yeah.
Because in
I feel like a lot of places have come
California-
around to sourdough lately. Like they get it at supermarkets and stuff.
in California, you get sourdough like it's a thing, and there's
Yeah.
a specific one. That's
Especially
like,
where you're from.
Yeah, there's one that you go to the grocery store, and it's like there's Watsonville sourdough that's made in the town that I'm from, and it's so good, and it's one of my favorite like little breads to have. And that's not the case here. So it's a long time coming in terms of being able to get sourdough regularly from any place
Oh.
nearby.
We need to take the garlic out.
Where's the oven mitt?
They'll be up there, so let me get them in a
That's.
second.
I'll move out of the way.
Thank you.
You got distracted by all of the things.
And that also gives you this tray back. It'll be fine, the garlic will be fine. It's just. Yeah, we'll leave that. That'll cool in a second. There's a little blob of grease on it that we can wipe down in a bit. But yeah, I've been roasting garlic. So this is a tip I picked up from Mythical Kitchen on YouTube, the Retina Link
Ooh, smells nice.
Mythical channel spin-off, where you just like cut a whole bulb of garlic, just like cut it straight down the middle, drizzle a little bit of olive oil in it, like sprinkle a bit of salt, wrap that all in foil, bung it in the oven for about 35-40 minutes.
Bung.
This one's been a little bit longer, but the garlic comes out, basically you can like squish it out. Let me hold this up to the camera, see if you guys can see that. Beautiful roasted garlic. It's probably a little out of focus.
Should we put it in that camera? There's one right there.
There it is.
It's gonna have better lighting at least.
It smells amazing. Yeah, no, I really enjoy roasting garlic just because it gets me in the mood to cook literally everything after that.
How many pieces of crostini do you want? So I can cut, because like that's a big chungus. I can kind of cut that in half.
Chungus. I guess like, I don't know, 3 or 4. Does that sound right? I don't really know. Like, I don't know what size you're planning.
I'm just thinking if we're having the peppers and the other things to munch on.
Yeah.
It'll be a nice little.
I'm gonna put that there and never speak of it again. So with these, I'm gonna get these out of the way now. You're way taller than I expected. Thank you, I guess. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna just take like a handful of garlic powder and sprinkle a little bit of this on each of these peppers. Just a little bit, because there's gonna be so much garlic in the rest of this that we just won't be able to taste garlic by the end of this, but...
You won't be able to taste garlic because there's so much garlic?
Yes. It's just gonna blend into the background of all the other lovely flavors.
Ah. I cut that piece too thin. Oh, yeah.
You want some thin bread, chap?
If I use oil and balsamic for baking,
Yeah, definitely.
if we want some extra bits.
Yeah, people in the chat coming in yelling at me in all caps to make something specific. That's kind of not how cooking works. Like we've kind of got an idea of what we're going to make and we're already preparing it. But, you know, thanks for heckling in the chat. And thank you, mods, for dealing with that as well. Alright, just going to sprinkle the rest of that on there. So despite the fact that I've just roasted some garlic, we're now using garlic granules for this. But that's going to be fine because we're saving the...
Cut that in the weirdest possible way.
Saving the roasted garlic for lots of other lovely stuff. But then the roasted garlic is great because you can put that in, you can just like mash it up together with butter and slice a little bit of bread and just like butter that with garlic bread. Like it can be like garlic butter and you just throw it in the oven for a few minutes and you have lovely garlic bread.
That smells really good.
Got some dry basil here, we're going to be having fresh basil later. A little bit of basil, a little bit of oregano, probably some thyme because we got the thyme.
Oh, we have That's cooled a little bit.
I still haven't gotten out of the habit of imagining the scene from Scott Pilgrim every time I make garlic bread, where he's all like, "Bread makes you fat." And I'm like, "Yes, look at me."
Can I have the little beastie brush thing, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Enjoy. So yeah, a little bit of oregano. I'm just gonna shake this out over this. I'm not being super precious about the herbs.
Precious.
They have the shaky thing for a reason.
What is happening in chat? I've not been looking at anything. I've just been over here.
People are saying cooking ASMR Pixlriff style. People are laughing at Queen Kiwi. Somebody else called Queen Miwi. Yeah, I don't know. The chat is smaller than I'm used to it being as well because it's on my laptop today, so I don't have like a lot of screen real estate for the chat. I have enough to see like the last 6 or 7 messages. This is my first time actually using the Twitch dashboard to look at stuff while I'm streaming. Like I normally hide that and just use Streamlabs. Alright, I guess a little bit of salt and pepper for these as well. Just a light sprinkling of salt for each.
That's probably going to be plenty for us, right? Those are pretty decent sized ones as well. Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. And a tiny bit of black pepper.
I'm like blocking everything. I'm over here just wiping
Oh yeah,
olive oil.
if you want to hit the split screen, if you want to hit number 3 on the keypad, that'll give them the half and half view.
Hey.
There we go.
Better?
So now you can see me seasoning things, chopping things.
Sort of.
We'll be mashing the garlic up in just a second.
Yeah, I'm just putting olive oil on this bread that I'm going to put in
The transitions are all my default transitions from my stream. I just didn't change anything.
For what?
But for the transitions, they're all like swipes between each of the different things. But yeah, down here, I guess, is that the right side? Am I pointing at the right side? Yeah, I have the little chop emote. So anytime we're chopping stuff, I want everyone to spam the chop emote in the chat if you've got it. Anyone who subs needs to use the chop emote a lot on the stream.
This is now the rule.
Angles are perfect. Well, thank you. I kind of set this up thinking, yeah, we would need to have like a split screen situation going on at some point, and I think the light is finally evening out a little bit in here because the sun is going down. Can I get these in the oven?
Yeah, I'm gonna put these in the oven.
You just step to one side. Thank you. I'm gonna put those in the top.
You gonna put them in the top?
Yeah.
Crap, I was gonna put these in the top.
All right, I can put these in the bottom then. They don't really need to go anywhere in particular.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
The oven is on at 180 and has been preheated because we cooked the garlic that
Unless
way.
you wanted to put that in the top and then.
Doesn't matter.
I can
It's
swap
fine.
it?
It's fine where it is.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna chuck these in then, I think.
Cool.
More of the top.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I'm gonna grab a glass out of here. This is where we keep all of the mugs up here, which you can't see right now.
Oh,
but
show them the
I mean,
the long disappeared space mug.
yes. I mean, they see it on stream occasionally because I still drink out of it.
Oh, do you?
But,
I don't know how visible it is.
got a lot of mugs, guys. There it is. You love it, you miss it. Back in the days when I had a green screen and you couldn't see the mug. Anyway, now I'm going to squeeze back through here. Reactivate split screen. There we go.
Okay. What? I'm trying to. You could have asked me to do that. Goober. There we go. Okay, but that's gonna be in there for like 5 minutes.
Good bread. It's good
Yeah,
bread.
I'm gonna put. Actually, I might cut some more just to have something to munch on with some olive oil and some balsamic.
Sure. Can you get me a fork out of the drawer in front of you?
What kind of fork?
Any kind of fork. Doesn't matter. Just pick the first fork you see. Thank you.
Well, we have big forks, we have small forks.
And either. Just going to try and talk through this bread. And either of those would have been fine.
Okay.
This fork is great. So this is the lovely roasted garlic, which I'm going to be just putting into a glass here so I can kind of swirl it around and mash it up. It's basically the consistency of like almost like melted cheese at this point. Think of it as like sticky, jammy kind of soft fruit now. The main thing you want to do is just make sure that you get all of the shells, I guess, like all of the little pieces of garlic skin from inside of that. Oh, look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. It's a lovely kitchen we got here. Thank you. We like it. It's very small, but it is usable. And it was apparently one of the things that the people who owned this house before us redecorated most recently. So it was like, hey, you have a modern kitchen when we moved in. We were like, cool, we want it to be twice the size. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do something about that soon. So, did you want me to save any of the garlic stuff for you?
Maybe a little bit. Again, I'm gonna throw a few different toppings on the crostini if you want.
Okay.
Because we've got. Did you get the thin salami?
Yes. Salami Milano should be in there somewhere. There we go. You can also basically just like crush the garlic bulb in your hands once it's like cool enough.
Then you
But then what you end up with is something that looks like it belongs in a potpourri jar. Right.
Is that enough?
What?
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was too off from the side.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Seems good. Right. Just gonna mash this all up.
We're getting lots of water.
And then all of the garlic just basically becomes garlic puree, but with a couple of like really lovely chewy sticky bits in there. So that now looks like this. Yum yum. Yeah, we have one mic, we can't do much about the volume. Is there any way I can, I can't like up the volume from the controls on here, can I? No, it doesn't have like a volume adjustment, it's like an on-off deal. Because you can control the balance of what you hear, but you can't. We could throw a compressor on it. I guess that's one option.
That's what it's good for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you change that? Change the. Oh no, that's playback. That's not. Okay. I can take a quick look at this. Give me a second. Can I, sorry. I need to get to sound settings. Go into input device properties and whack up the volume here. There.
Is that better?
How's that? Is that better? Are we peaking yet? Or
Maybe.
is that gonna be better?
Is that like actually a noticeable difference? Yes, no, maybe? Perhaps?
People are saying yes, better. Do we want to turn it up any more? I didn't realise that the input volume on the PC was down really low. It was like at 50%. Way better? Okay, cool. Perfect, good. Okay, great.
Okay.
That's wonderful. Because yeah, it at least gives us a bit of headroom if we wanted to.
Adjust things.
Yeah.
We've got some. Do you want me to cut some more sourdough so you can cut much on that? All that?
No, it's fine. I mean, we've got other bits and pieces going as well.
My glasses are fogged up. Is that?
Give them like a minute more.
Okay. I open it and immediately I can't see. Immediately blind. Yeah, I have this if we want to dip anything in there.
Sure, can you get me some foil? Just like tear off enough foil that I can wrap up the rest of this pepper. So it came loose, like it didn't. It had a barcode literally stuck onto the side of it. So. Thank you.
Crinkle, crinkle.
Oh, the best part of roasting garlic, aside from everything else you do with it, is like licking the fork after you've mashed it. Oh, so good. So we can tidy up a little bit here, because what I've learned from watching Minnesota Tales is the #1 rule of food streaming is you clean as you go. So we're going to clean this.
I'm gonna eat the bread.
Pass me a thing, or I can get the
Why? You didn't say what it was. I didn't know what you
I know.
meant.
It's fine. I saw that you'd picked something up, and I figured I wouldn't make you put it down again, so you could just pass me a paper towel. Again, it's just goat's cheese. We're just going to chop a couple of other things with this
Nom nom.
a little later, and clean up a little bit of the oil that I got from the
Well,
garlic.
dear friend, thank you for subscribing.
Theoretical Megan with the proud emote in the chat. Yep. I feel really bad. I got Toz and Dish really excited about this stream, and then it happened while Dish was at a baby shower and Toz was somewhere else and like working all day, I think. So unfortunately, they're not going to be here for it.
Oh,
Right.
I'm here. Hold on. I just got some olive oil and balsamic, and then like eating the.
Is it like brown sourdough? It's kind of like a little bit. It's like it's not full white kind of.
Yeah, it's
sourdough.
more of a weedy sourdough, but it's nice.
It's nice. I wasn't sure like what it was labelled as in the store. It's one of those things where they just have it all in the window, and I'm like, that looks like sourdough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weedy one, but
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Asda has started doing some somewhat decent sourdough. Sainsbury's still hasn't got it quite right. They still think sourdough is just crusty white bread, which it kind of is, but there's a little bit more to it than that.
I will be happy.
All right.
What was that?
Because the ketchup was in this.
Oh,
Top
you just
shelf.
got top heavy?
Yeah,
Put it somewhere else now. It's
I
not
mean,
even
I'm laying it flat, so it's
okay.
just.
No.
Yeah, it kind of did a tumble there. Get this out. Big old pack of mince.
What was good as them is
Peanuts.
I'll be very happy when I can easily find a good pumpernickel rye in this country. It's very, very hard to find that.
They probably do something along those lines at Flower Pot, which is not.
Yeah, but like you can get that at like any decent grocery store.
Yeah, I know.
What am I eating? Bread.
Bread. Eating the bread. Where did we put? Oh,
Nom nom nom.
you got the onions out already.
I did.
Confusing me.
Trying to be
I'd be a team player. Those.
My God, you weren't kidding. Your kitchen's on the smaller side. Yes, you do the squat to show how small your knees are, or not how small your knees are, but like how.
Yeah.
My skill doesn't fully convey it 'cause I'm
Like-
small.
I am tall man. I'm about 6 foot. If I put my knees out to the side like this, I can touch both cupboards, and like I'm not even squatting like uncomfortably either. Like it's just
Oh my god, I'm being blinded.
Yeah, the sun has kind of come out on chopping corner right now.
I'm blinded. I've got like oil running down my face.
We can do this one for a bit so that we can just hang out and chat.
My god.
I'm not twice as tall as celery. I am. I mean, celery for scale. I mean.
Hey!
Right,
Seriously,
so,
this is like so blown out right now. Oh my god.
I need to start chopping stuff.
Nice. Move this.
Thank you. So I'm gonna throw a carrot or two down here. These are weird carrots.
Why are they weird?
I don't know. They're just like kind of rougher than the ones I usually have.
Rough carrots.
Despite being packaged the same. You know, they've got ends that look like they've
Balls.
been, like chewed a little bit.
Are they done? I can't see.
Yeah, they look done to me.
Okay.
Let me get the unbox.
Stop putting it away. Where'd you put it?
Up there. So we need these. Where did I put the? Oh yeah, I put it over here to dry, didn't I?
You can maybe do it a little bit longer.
Chop, chop, chop. Mordio Fende, thank you so much for 2 months in tier 1. Welcome back.
I already said that.
Well, I'm saying it now.
Okay.
Try and stop me, copper.
Sorry, how dare you call me a number? How very dare. I'm gonna be back in for another like minute.
Alright. I love seeing everybody spam the chop emotes, that's so good. Finally a use for the chop emote.
You want me to start chopping anything?
The reason we wanted to do this on Tuesday initially was because it was a convenient day, but also because chopping Tuesday would take on an entirely new significance. Yeah, it should be fine. But
Should be fine.
yeah, I don't need you to chop anything immediately.
No?
Nah, I think it's nice to be able to do it here in front of the camera as well.
Okay.
Yes, wonder at my appalling knife skills, probably. I honestly don't know.
Well, if you're not chopping off your fingers, it's probably fine.
I mean, yeah, that is...
Why is this not going back on the bottle? Screw in.
This is the early preparations of a ground beef ragu, or a minced beef as we call it here. I feel like that's always... I feel like people just call it mince, and then I have to clarify to people who aren't British that I don't mean like mince.
Yeah.
Like, they're like
Am
a bag of mince. And I'm like, no, a pack of mince. It's a very different story. So we're going to be chopping the carrots, just dicing them up relatively finely. Were the folks pointing out the knife's durability? We've had those jokes already, I think. I've already been asked if it has sharpness 5 or whatever.
Johnny, your knife's gonna break.
It always is.
Your knife's gonna break. Johnny, watch out your knife.
Live backseating.
The one thing I'm good for.
So I don't know if you can hear like chopping ASMR now, if I'm like slicing stuff.
Talisman's like, the pickaxe is fine! Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, Talismancer has like a bunch of hotkeys basically for frequently asked questions in this channel now.
Amazing.
Do you get more carrot bits if it has looting? That's a good one.
Why are you chopping manually? You can build an auto farm.
Good heavens. This community.
Yes, the chopping noises are very satisfying.
Good, I'm glad.
Crunch, crunch. Okay, let me check this again. Yeah. Son of a... I can't see! This is the hazard of cooking with glasses, that you open the oven and immediately you are blinded by the steam.
How are the pepper things looking?
They can use a little longer. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
You want to have them in there until they start getting like a little bit dark around the edges. Like pepper's skin is like when people do peppers, sometimes they like roast them over an open flame and they get the skin like entirely black, and then they peel all of that off and it's all like cooked inside. I feel like that's what you want from those. It's just like a little bit of that around the edges.
Okay. What am I gonna put those on? I need to. Behind you to get a plate.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to be done chopping this in like...
I can scooch. Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem? Come and see the problem inherent in the kitchen. There we go. Sorry. Yeah. I'm having a smudge on there. Indecision.
I'm quite pleased with not cooking anything that involves vanilla, because then a ton of people in the chat would be like, oh, I prefer modded. Alright, pile of diced carrots. Lovely. Can't do backseat gaming here, but there's no gaming. I've heard backseat chefs are very much a thing. And I'm ignoring the chat for mainly that reason. Did I chunk align my chopping board? It was slipping around a little bit. I worry about that sometimes. I'm just going to get a little bit of oil in the pan just to stop the beef from sticking imminently.
Do we...
What are you looking at?
I'm just looking at the chat. Do you want any of the kind of like... Yeah, there's rocket in this.
Is there?
Well, there's radicchio. There's stuff that's adjacent.
Radicchio!
Here's radicchio. To be fair, I don't like arugula very much. Like, it's fine, and I prefer radicchio better.
We were watching Ellen stream, Ellen from now on, who streams GeoGuessr last night, and she got a map that was in Italy, and they found out it was in Italy when we looked around at some signage that was clearly in Italian, but one of the words was just Luigi in all caps. It was so good.
Yeah, it was like a poster for something local. It was like Luigi.
Luigi.
Like, really, we were like,
Like, if you needed more signs that we were in Italy, there they are, right? I'm gonna move these now. The pan is cooled.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna do that. That's what I was.
Bring them over to your workstation so that I can get to the stove and start.
That's fine.
This.
I was gonna say, did you want cucumber or do you want the lettucey bits?
I'm easy either way.
I'm being indecisive.
Yeah, I mean, do me one of each if you like. I know it's probably more work to do that, but hey, it's a stream. Let me go back to. Actually, let's leave it here because I'm going to be at the stove for a while. So we got stove cam, like so. Perfect. I feel like I should probably have done some fade transitions between that and the one that's got the thing in the corner. But
You're only half entirely blocking me. It's fine.
Well, tell me instead.
No,
Just
no,
tell
no. I mean, like on the thing. I'm like hiding behind you because you're standing closer to the camera.
Well, tell me that as well.
It's fine. You can't do anything. The kitchen's small.
Get out of your way a little bit more.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sorry. I know that's really loud. Sorry. RIP headphone. Everyone in the chat's like, Luigi! Alright, we're going to throw a ton of this lovely minced steak in here, and it's going to start cooking down. I'm probably going to use, like, I'd say 2/3 of this. It's like a 700 gram pack, so as long as it's like around 500 grams-ish, should be fine.
Yeah.
Just get a whole bunch of that in there. I put a little bit of oil in it, but it's probably just going to start rendering down its own fat in a second. I'll put the rest of this in the freezer and we can have spaghetti bolognese at some point.
Come to the front camera. No, we turned it off for the moment. We turned it off for the moment.
This is the chillest not chill stream ever. What? I mean, we're cooking, so there's heat involved, but...
Okay, I'm being indecisive, but do you want me to do the jalapeno jam on everything?
I vote yes.
You go yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Luigi.
It's not going to focus.
I mean, no, it doesn't have autofocus.
I thought you had autofocus.
No, you use the focus ring.
Ah,
The one at the front.
This one?
Yes.
I'm blue.
further back because it doesn't have
There it is.
that much like focal length to it.
Oh, as I dump it out, that was more, I thought it was more viscous. Where are you at? There you are. Mas o menos. Yeah, this is a jalapeno jam that I'm going to be putting on the little, like, crostini bruschetta thing that I'm making.
Thank you, Jack DeMann. It is my birthday on Monday, but I will take any birthday wishes anyone wishes to throw at me in the meantime. Thank you all for being here, by the way. We've got like 500 people here watching me make lasagna. I'm into it. So,
Watching us make lasagna. Well, you're mostly making the lasagna.
Yeah.
I'm making the,
I mean, presently I'm making the ragu. Crumbling a couple of OXO cubes into it. For anybody who doesn't know what OXO cubes are, it is stock cubes or bouillon cubes if you're fancy. Bouillon, if you like.
Okay, oh.
If there's any bullion in my chat, that's what gets you banned.
Wow. Depends.
Alright.
Wow.
Wow. I thought that was a fox, but it turned out to be one of the chunks of the tree stump. Keeps faking me out. There's like a brown shape at the bottom of the garden.
Where? Which stuff?
Like right by the compost heap, just kind of like at the base of the compost heap. It looks like a fox, but it's just like a slice of the tree.
Behind the little kind of bit of weeds was growing up over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see what you mean. You don't have a fox cam? The foxes aren't out there yet. If the foxes were out there, I would absolutely take the...
Yeah, we would turn the camera around and be able to show you out the window, but yeah, sadly, I don't have the opportunity to do that in my office because my office is facing the opposite side of the house. Alright, the meat is browning nicely.
I could show you in the garden if you want to.
Maybe later. Maybe when we've got stuff in the oven and we're just waiting around.
This is where the foxes occur.
This is where the screaming happens.
They woke me up at like 5:30 the other night, shrieking.
Yeah.
There was like, I would say there was 3 of them out there. I don't know,
Yeah.
but there was multiple voices, top of their lungs, just shrieking in our back garden. And I was like, oh, nice. It's 5 in the morning. And they were just like, ah!
They'll do that. They'll do that. I think I need a little bit more oil in this. There's not as much fat in this as I expected.
What level of fat did you get? Did you get like lean beef?
I mean, I feel like it's all marketed as lean beef. There's nothing that goes over. Where's the? Oh, I've got it out here. There's nothing that goes over 20%. Even though like a lot of people will want burgers, like people say to get like 30% fat. But I feel like there's
Oh!
Yeah.
Nah!
Yeah.
The heat! Bring the heat!
It's good. It's good.
Whew! I just like licked the spoon that was very full of jam. Okay.
So I'm gonna slice up probably 1 onion. I think we won't need more than that.
Is the
Got a nice sizzle going on.
is the sentoku in here?
Yes.
Aha! My knife!
What's everyone's favourite way of chopping up onions? Mine is badly. What I tend to do is cut it in half.
Do you want to put the chop cam back on?
Oh yeah. Let's do that.
What is that? That was 3 or 1?
3. 3 is the split screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Chop cam. So hey, welcome back to Chop Cam. Ginger, thank you so much for 100 bits. Nervous Shipwreck with the 5 months of Tier 1. And Trisha with the 300 bits. Thank you all. You have a machine for chopping veggies so you don't cry when chopping onions. I feel like that affects me less. And I think it's probably because I have a really rubbish nose. Like I don't have a particularly good nose. And it's not like anosmia as such. I feel like I probably have like a little bit of a deviated septum or something, and that's what tends to...
You get stuffy.
I get stuffy a lot, and a lot of the time it takes me a while to smell something, but like with strong smells, I'm 100% there. I feel like it's also why I like strong flavours in food, which is why we'll be seasoning this with a lot of garlic and basil.
Garlic is the triumph.
Speaking of which, I might get some garlic granules in here while the meat is still browning, and that can start to infuse into some of it a little bit. I'm glad I decided to use this pot, not least because it's probably in the best condition of any of our remaining pots, but also because it is
Part of this cucumber.
It is large enough to contain all of the beef that I'm now mincing. So I'm going to dice these onions pretty fine. I don't normally chop onions like this, but I'm trying it for you, stream.
Excuse me. Already burping.
Oh, look at that. Look at these finely diced onions. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's the stuff right there. Heck yeah. My fingers are covered in onion, but don't worry, I'm not going to mistake them for an onion. Lovely. Beautifully diced. I love the chop emotes. I look up and it's just all chop emotes. So good. Let's get those in the pan now. Just going to give that a quick stir, and then we'll do the other half. I like that way of chopping onions. I'm going to do that more. I'm going to do that more.
Do you want one with the lettuce, like one with the cucumbers and one with the...
Chop too greedily and too deep. I feel like I also need to use a different knife for this. I need a knife with like a point instead of this big old block. Something to improve about my technique later. Sorry, what?
I did a couple of cubes. Do we want some that have like the cheese and the salami?
Yes. Ooh. I'm glad I sharpened these knives as well. I feel like I don't do that often enough.
No.
It's just making this a very pleasant chopping experience.
Good. It's one of those things you just don't think to do.
Yeah, I don't really trust our knife sharpening apparatus because I've never really used one of those before, but I'm no good with a sharpening steel either, so like it'd be whetstones for me, you know? Nice chopping technique, thank you Maxenstein. I expect any professional chefs in the chat would disagree with you, but I don't know if there are any professional chefs in the chat.
Maybe he is a professional chef, or they are a professional chef, you don't know. It could be.
I know Serki is a professional chef, but they haven't been by my stream for a while.
Yeah.
Alright, we're done shopping for a bit, so I can put this back on.
I'm trying to decide if what I want
Full
to put
screen.
on this last one. What do I want to put on it?
According to the recipe I looked up online, a traditional bolognese would also include pancetta. But, oh, I've lost a carrot. But, yeah, I will not be having pancetta in this one. Hello? Ah, there you are. Greasy carrots. Get in the bin. Also need to do the celery. Your namesake.
My namesake?
I mean, your user namesake.
Named after me.
Is that the way namesakes work? I thought it would be the other way around.
I don't know.
You're named after celery to an extent.
Oh. Your name? I don't know. I'm not named after that. I'm named after Paul Rudd dancing.
I suppose so. Turn the heat down on this, give it another quick stir.
I'm trying to get the...
Chop cam. This that would be like in the look of this, it's noisy. It is a little noisy. It's bubbling a little bit. Just going to slice the celery down stalk. I've seen people de-string celery, but I feel like it all just kind of cooks down anyway, so...
There's a weird part of me that wants to put an anchovy on this last one, but I'm like, maybe not.
I mean, listen to those weird parts.
Well, I mean, like, would that be good with the jalapeno jam?
One way to find out.
I might cut that in half so you can have something else on it, so it's not like...
I mean, yeah, go for
I
it.
don't think you want it, do you?
I don't particularly want the anchovy, but... Listen to your anchovy heart. What does your anchovy heart tell you?
anchovy heart tells me that my fingers are covered in goat cheese.
Yeah, that's the problem with goat's cheese.
I'm trying to like kind of crumble it. It's being a little bit uncooperative, but it's fine.
Celery has these like wings on the side of it, and I'm like, you're messing up my chopping mojo. Alright, who's ready with the chopping modes? Getting a couple of these all over the kitchen counter. That's why it's so important to clean as we go. I hope Toz and Dish are watching this afterwards and being incredibly proud of me.
I don't know if I want any of the greens on here.
No? Fair
No,
enough.
I think I'm
We can
good.
save that to like have a side salad with the lasagna itself.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay, here's the anchovy. I might
celery going in.
test this out.
And give that a quick stir, and just in time to switch back to, oh, I guess we can probably just do that one. We can switch back to this, and in just a second here, I think if you'll step to one side for me, please.
Sorry.
Oh, that's looking great. Okay,
They're
cool.
looking good?
Good, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm feeling good about this, I hope. I might try to, I wish I could split this apart. Oh.
Oh, our appetizer course is almost ready. It's
I don't,
coming together.
okay, there we go. Oh, perfect. Okay.
Oh, perfect. What have you got?
I split it in half. What do you want on your third piece?
Ooh, I could
Do you
go
want
for more goat's cheese if you've got it.
You want more goat's cheese? Do you
Yeah.
want more salami or do you want more cucumber? Or do you want something else completely?
Salami.
Do you want more salami? Okay.
Yes. It's a tough choice, but we can always make more of these. Alright, we've got passata, tomato puree.
Yum, yum, yum. Okay.
Alright, got a little bit of liquid coming out of this now, which is good. It's time to add the passata. And we do have a backup can of tomatoes if this isn't enough to cover the entire thing, but probably just going to add a little bit of water to this, swirl it around, try and get the last of the juice out of the jar, and then that's going to add in and reduce down. It's probably going to blend quite well with the stock as well. Stock cubes.
Red wine in the sauce. You haven't put the wine in the sauce, have you?
I have not yet, no, I plan to in minutes.
Okay.
So if you want to open that up in the meantime,
I
then
wasn't
please
sure
do.
at what point the wine intended to go in. How early you put it into cook down? Where is it in here?
Yes,
Which one was it?
it's the bottle with the copper top.
That one? The Trevento's the other one? For
Yeah, the Trevento is for my birthday.
For the high altitude and all that.
Trevento Malbec is really nice, and so I'm saving some of it for my birthday.
Mm.
Love opening a new thing of tomato puree. For some reason, the cap being able to like pierce the foil with the other side of the cap. It's just like such a neat little design dealio. Tonight's vintage.
I'll show on this one so the light is better.
You'll have to show them if I switch the.
Oh, you haven't.
There you go.
There you go.
I will show you tomato puree, and Kay will show you wine. Which do you prefer? Place bets now.
Where's the? There it is. Where's the corkscrew?
Just and squeeze down from the top. So that the puree is always ready next time for the next person. That is a toothpaste joke.
Fun trick for anyone who doesn't know how to use a corkscrew on a corked bottle of wine and messes with this, the wrapper.
Yeah, don't bother unwrapping it.
Just stab it. You don't need to unwrap it. The cork will come out. I mean, you can if you want. You just don't really need to. Oh, I'm not even on the camera, am I? Nope. Where's the... Nope.
towards the middle.
I'm like, "Wah." Well, I've been doing it around the cutting board.
Alright.
Boop. See? It just comes out. You don't really need to, trying to do this so I don't like smack it into the counter.
Yeah.
You don't really need to worry about the,
I've left you some of the garlic jam, by the way.
Oh, this is a long cork. Hold on.
It's a long boy.
It's a long boy.
Oh, it's the long boy. I really wish I had some kind of remote that I could use to switch this around, because
Huh.
it would be really nice to have some sort of remote that I could use to be like, okay, go to...
This is like really stuck. Can you
Camera.
grab this?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Nope, maybe. It's one of those foam corks that are like.
Yeah, it's kind of rubbery, huh? Let
Yeah.
me get in there.
Yeah, that's a really. Oh, careful. It's all the way in. Yep.
Oh boy.
That's why I did it. That's why I didn't want
I'm
to.
holding it with like 7 hands.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it on that counter because I was like, there's not a lot of space over there.
Salud, chat.
They popped. But yeah, what I was trying to show. Oh, you keep turning that damn thing
We'll show
off.
them.
It's awkward. It's awkward. Then I have to adjust the focus manually. See?
Do that while I'm tidying this up in the background.
You don't have to cut the thingy. You just stab through it and it pulls out.
Don't cut.
Don't bother cutting.
Measure twice, cut not at all.
Is that in focus?
Just about. They get the idea. And just like that, I've cleaned up.
But yeah, the whole process of, because it's like trying to cut through it is kind of a pain, and I kind of peel off the bits that are split because you don't want to kind of cut yourself on the foil. But yeah, and then it's there. It's fine.
The peel off is for next time. Alright.
So like, pro tip is smash the bottle into the bottom.
Like you're christening a ship. Alright, well I can take the... No, give me a second, what did you put the oven gloves?
Up here.
Right. I'm not wearing my apron yet, I've realised. These are coming out.
Oh my gosh. Warn me.
Oh yes. And just like that, if you want to switch to...
Which cam?
Actually, let's show this camera because it's the nice camera.
Oh, where?
Ooh.
Can you tilt slightly? There you go.
So the peppers are like a little bit burned and browning at the edges. The goat's cheese has turned this wonderful golden brown and split and just kind of oozed out into the pepper, which makes it very tasty. So now I'm going to plate these up.
And then...
We can have our kind of appetizer
Oh,
course
I
while
still,
the ragu is reducing, and then we can work on the bechamel.
I still haven't got the anchovy on this one.
Oh yeah. Your
I'm just gonna small piece of
your
anchovy.
test anchovy.
Come out.
I feel like we should have fancy plates for this.
We need to get some new plates.
We need to get some fancy plates.
Oh gosh. Can y'all? You can't. No one can see my magnificent plating. That is incredible sarcasm.
Nobody can really see what I'm doing either, but
No.
where did I get the recipe for all of this? So the lasagna recipe, I've kind of made lasagna before. I'm loosely getting some of it from just like an early Google search.
My gosh, so much ragu!
Yes, we're
Oh
going to
my
need
God.
it to layer a lasagna. And if, to be honest, like we can just have spaghetti bolognese with the rest of it if it's going to be too
Oh no,
much
this
of
is
the
absolutely
tray,
the
right?
case, yeah.
Did
you want me to pour some wine in it?
Yes, please do.
How much?
Use your judgment, maybe like
2 shots of
I mean,
glug.
right?
What?
More than that, like a small glass of red probably needs to go in there. And I'm going to put the apron on because otherwise I'll forget to do it at all. And Also, if I get appetizers down myself, it matters less. I'm not walking around with goat's cheese on my t-shirt for the rest of the stream.
A weird burner.
There we go. Ta-da! Behind the camera.
You went over there.
Repping St. Jude.
That was amazing.
How's that doing? Is it alright?
It smells whiny right now.
Yeah.
I could probably add a little bit more.
I'll leave the
You can reduce.
cork out on the side, but we don't need it quite yet. Anyway, here is.
Yeah.
Show this to Chop Cam. Here is the appetizer course. We have crostini, alla K, and goat's cheese, peppers, pour moi. No, that's for me. I'm terrible with languages. So.
Well, they are for you.
Yes.
You're going to eat them.
And because I've switched on the mature audiences tag and removed family friendly from my tags, I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine.
Hey,
Assuming this has had enough time to breathe.
well, had a little bit of time. It's good wine, it doesn't need to.
With Madame.
Although, have we had this?
We've not had this one before, so would you like to taste it?
It smells different than the wine.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's different wine, but.
It smells different than the wine that it's different from.
Oh!
Mm.
Okay.
You good? Yeah.
Yep.
I took a sip of mine off camera because I'm like too high for the frame. Nobody knows that I did it.
Secret. Oh, also. Sponsored by Lactate.
I mean, really not, but we
it's
wish.
Not. If Lactate wanted to give me a sponsorship.
What would they be sponsoring exactly?
My life! I use their product constantly!
I feel like that's you sponsoring them.
No, they need to pay me back. Well,
I demand repayment.
The amount I'm a lactate evangelist. The amount that I have told people who are lactose intolerant.
You've had to insist that people take advantage of lactate.
I mean, insist, but not even insist. People who are genuinely like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Excuse me, like it's so useful and helpful and lovely."
Let's take a quick poll in the chat. Have you heard of lactate? Do you know what lactate is?
Or a lactase enzyme supplement, if you want a non-branded one.
Yes. A little bit of basil, thyme, and oregano going in, just dry, just so that we can bolster the flavour in here, and then we'll be adding some fresh basil a little bit later.
Most people are like, yes. Mom says, yes, I can never remember to take it. The amount that when I was over there, I was like, I can take a lactate. And she was like, ah!
Take a lactate, Janet.
But yeah, lactose intolerant can unite. Yeah, now for people who don't know, it's an enzyme that you can take because your stomach doesn't produce enough lactase enzyme to break down the lactose, which is milk sugars and milk solidy stuff, and which makes your tummy hurt. And so the lactase enzyme is just in a little capsule form, and you just pop one, and then you can have cheese or milk. Well, I can't even have milk because mine's really severe. But you can have cheese or ice cream or something that's been cooked with it, and it's fine. Like, it's okay. So you don't get a stomach ache afterwards, which is a delight and a treat. And yeah, it's necessary for my life. I try to cut down some amounts of cheese that I eat for the sake of not having to take it constantly. And there are lots of, like, I drink soy milk in my tea, or like you get oat milk for various things. There's a variety of options, but sometimes you just need something with dairy in it, or you need it in a dessert or in a course, and I just want to eat it. So yeah, useful.
Alright, this is looking lovely. It is also smelling lovely. We're on to a winner, I think.
Yes. But yeah, lactate is amazing for that purpose.
Queen Kiwi, thank you for gifting a 1-month tier 1 sub to Sassy113.
Aww.
We know who that is.
We do.
Do you wanna eat?
Yeah, which camera do we want to do this on? 'Cause I
That
feel
one.
like that's... we good on that one?
I
I
think
feel like we keep looking over there, even though there's the the chat is over there, but the chat.
The chat is kind of too far away for the camera.
I'm gonna turn this so it's just a little bit easier to read that part.
Sure.
Better, maybe.
What do you want to start with? Do you want to start with crostini or do you want to start with the peps?
Whatever, a bit of both. Yeah. I have leftover cuke, which I might cut up and put some tahini on at some point.
I'm just gonna grab one of these and
dig in. I'm gonna try the one. I'm gonna try the one with the. I made one.
Oh.
I made one.
Oh, I love it.
You can't even see this. It's got an anchovy on it with the jalapeno jam.
It's kind of brown on brown on brown, so it's kind of.
It's not particularly appetizing looking, unless you like those things. But we're gonna see.
Oh. I don't do this pepper thing often enough. It's so good. Oh, it's crunchy. Chunch it down. How is it? Did it work? Oh yeah. Okay. We've discovered a new fave.
Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, that's really interesting. I can't tell if you would want to try this.
Does the anchovy hit different?
I mean, it hits like an anchovy. I don't know. It's just a nice combo with the jalapeno jam is like sweet, but still spicy. Real nice.
The salami and the jalapeno jam is a really good combo.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think the
It's nice and briny. It is very briny. I'm the brine man, you know this.
I think a little bit of like the fat from the salami is helping to kind of break down the heat.
Yeah.
Of the jalapeno, so it's balancing out really nicely, like better than I expected actually.
That's what I thought. My creation.
And then the goat's cheese. Goat's cheese is just so good.
Woo!
The jalapeno jam though. Shout out to the flower pot, seriously. This is
Yeah.
very good. Jalapeno, yes, basically. Salami and goat's cheese is a combo made in heaven, yeah. I'll do some ASMR crunching into the microphone. Goat's cheese is goat's cheese.
Nom nom nom.
Can you try these pepper things in crostini at home? Yeah, do it. The goat's cheese pepper thing is really easy to make. Doesn't take long to cook. And really nice as an appetizer to Italian food like this.
Someone's like, what are we looking at so much? We have a laptop over there on the
Yeah, it's a better place to read the chat than the PC that's behind the camera because the chat's kind of tiny on the
Because
PC.
if I have to go like this, I have to go past the camera. It's kind of awkward.
Your health, chat. And thank you so much for raising all that money for St. Jude back in December. We love you, we appreciate you. Thank you. I'm going to have another one of these because, oh, they're good.
The laptop is like after the money heist.
We could not handle, I mean, for a start, streaming and then like having Netflix on at the same time would be ludicrous, but
Ooh.
you would be seeing some incredibly anxious human beings. We're like towards the end of season 4, or like part 4.
The last arc that's been happening.
And a lot is going on. It's
I mean,
it kind of kicked off a little bit there.
It's a lot. Is this mine?
Yes, yeah, the one closest to you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm gonna dip in for crostini number 2.
Yeah, no, it's gnarly. Are we up to 5? 5, 6, 7, 8? Because we watched the first 4 episodes of the last chunk. Yeah, it's a lot.
Late Eid Mubarak, yes. Eid Mubarak to Muslim friends.
Yeah, absolutely. That was Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah, I think,
It
yeah.
was fairly recent. It was a couple days ago. Everyone had a good, happy, peaceful one. Was able to celebrate safely with everybody that they could. Remotely, if possible, depending on how people had to do things. And yeah, we are going to probably do another charity fundraising stream at some point. We're just not sure when and exactly what. We were trying to figure out, because the last one you did one it was December?
December, yeah.
Okay.
And the last one we did before that was June.
It was June, and we've done it before, kind of in the summer.
Yeah.
So.
But if anybody else feels like contributing to a great cause, again, the 8-bit community is raising money all month for St. Jude.
Looking like pointing at your things.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Stand in front of it.
I know what St. Jude is at this point, but go to anybody from the 8-bit community. We're going to be probably doing that on the 8-bit community's channel tomorrow for Sunday Dungeons and Dragons, the Hot Dish, Boz, Minnesota Toz, whenever he's streaming, like they're all raising money for St. Jude right now. So yeah, if you feel like stopping by one of their streams,
Whew.
I wasn't going to do it this time around because I figured my community could put their attention towards a different cause this time. Like I like to kind of vary things a little bit, but we'll have more news for that perhaps later in the year.
I'm making a mess of myself. Nom nom nom. It's very good.
There's a ton of people raising money for St. Jude actually. I think Jambo's community is as well.
Yeah.
Like all of SideQuest is.
Also, yeah. Seconding what Low Fat says as well, if anyone have any holidays that are happening right now, obviously hope it's going well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Oh. The crostini, man, it's so good.
it is. There was something someone said in the chat, and now I can't remember what it was. I was gonna respond to.
Scroll up. Scroll that boy up.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask. How is the music? We can't hear it. Is
Yeah.
it okay?
I hope the jazz is sufficiently jazzy. I'm gonna have another one of these again. Because they're just too good.
Oh my god.
I'll be sharing these recipes. Maybe look for that on Twitter afterwards. We don't have like stuff set up to share them right now. But I can absolutely post the menu on Twitter afterwards for anybody who is curious.
Jazz is on point, background is perfect, good.
I'm a bit happy with the lighting now as well. It's getting a little bit dull in here because
The clouds are coming over and the sun is over there now.
and all of the
Before it was, like,
all
right
of the
there.
lighting in this kitchen is down lighting, which doesn't help us as much. But if I'm like down here a little bit, I get better lighting. But again, my knees hit the cupboards. I need to start on the bechamel fairly soon, so that we can get this lasagna on the go. I wanted to do a poll. I can't remember how you do a poll on Twitch. I've never really done one. But I wanted to do a poll for the different spellings of lasagna because that was a contentious topic.
Oh good lord.
Where do I even start a poll from? I hate the Twitch dashboard.
This is different. I'm used to the mod
There we go.
settings.
Manage your poll. There it is.
I'm used to the mod settings on Chris's stream. A poll is being composed.
All right, we'll go with that. How I can run for a maximum duration of 10 minutes, so anybody who is coming into the
Oh
chat
my
will have
God.
a chance to weigh in.
No! You're a dork. It's gonna skew the results.
I mean,
Not scientific.
and the results that are left behind will be the ones we treat as valid. So, the other ingredient we need for this Luigi is a bechamel sauce. So I need to
It's
start
calling
preparing-
Lasagne Luigi like calling the pandemic any word that starts with a P.
Yeah, it's like a panini, pastrami, whatever. Yeah. Right. We have in here a dish.
I saw someone be like, "We're in a panaderia, stop it!" And I was like,
Panaderia.
"What'd you say?" Like it was was Italian.
I don't know. Are you done with this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the.
Put that in the sink as well. To deal with later. Cleaning as we go.
The Luigi board?
can you burn a Luigi board?
A Weggy board?
Help pulls. Out your board. Wagger board. Help pulls. I could be that guy. What do we need to do with bechamel? I have like a list of the ingredients.
You're not the bechamel.
Yes, I will need a pan that I can whisk in, which is probably going to be one of these because I don't want to whisk all the non-stick off the other pans. So we are using a stick pan.
We need to get more.
Can you get me the milk, the butter? I need nutmeg.
How is it spelled in Italian? With an E.
Yeah, in Italian it's lasagne, I guess, but a single sheet. The other one, the blue top, the whole milk. Sorry, thank you. The butter is in the little tray. Yeah, in Italian it is lasagna with an E, but a single sheet is a lasagna. And in Italian American, it is like lasagna is just for like the entire dish. So it's one of those things where like both are correct depending on how much of a traditionalist you are, I guess. But yeah, Kay had the example of like it's like people calling a singular tamale a tamale, even though that's not
the correct singular in Spanish.
Yeah, it's like a tamal, and they are tamales. But
Un tamal, dos tamales.
yeah.
But in English, just kind of like drop the S instead of dropping the ES.
It should be called loogie in every language. I like that.
I'm just eating now.
If anybody wasn't here for the Luigi bit that we mentioned earlier, then they're probably very confused and maybe even offended.
I hope not.
So to make the bechamel, we need to pour a lot of milk into a pan and heat it but not boil it, which is the difficult part. But that's on the simmer part of the hob. So we will leave that for a second. Apparently you need to melt the butter in a separate pan, but like, why?
Are we going to be using the chopping thing very much?
The chop cam, I mean I'm going to chop this butter and then some basil. That's the only other things I need to chop. In the meantime, I will show you these again and then eat one. So we need 70 grams of butter. Is this the kind of... Oh, thank you so much Anchor Butter for being the wonderful company that you are and having these little like markings that show you how much 50 grams of butter is. Because then you can just slice off like 1.5 of those. If I just make a mark in it like there, and then I've got 75 grams of butter, which is perfect, that's the amount we need. I also have a little bit of a sliced wrapping thing here, but that's fine. You like my butter knife, chat? Let's give this another quick stir. That is infusing in a lovely way. I'm a big fan of that. Need to give this a quick stir.
Bye, Dr. 83, go enjoy your dinner.
So the milk doesn't scald. Let me switch back to stream chat. See you later, Dr. 83. Have a good one. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're Jules' child?
Mm.
Is that Julia Child's like runaway nephew?
Runaway?
I don't know. I was thinking like wild child kind of status, but then my brain didn't work right. Why is lasagna beating Luigi? Because people have some taste and understanding and discernment and they want to prove that they have opinions. I was going to say let's microwave the butter, but the microwave actually got moved so that we could have a camera over there. So I guess I will heat that in a pan because the recipe calls for it. Sure.
It's happening. A third pan.
Pan number 3, the smallest pan we own, the actual saucepan. So this is a small saucepan, not a medium saucepan. So members of the chat, take note. So we're going to be heating the butter up in there so that we can add it in melted form and not just melt it into the milk because apparently there's a difference. I don't know. Like milk solids are weird like that. They do weird kind of separation things that I don't fully understand. So I'm going to ignore them entirely, I guess.
How is lasagna with an A winning?
Because there's more Americans in the chat, probably.
Ah! Ah!
I was planning for Luigi to win the entire thing. Later
Yeah,
on,
well, it's split. It's split exactly 32 other votes for Luigi. You skewed this.
I was entirely hoping that chat would go for Luigi, but either way, I'm going to probably post the GIF of Luigi driving past people and giving them the stink eye in Mario Kart on my Twitter later. So watch out for that, and if you're in the know, give it a retweet. What do I need from here? Nothing. Why am I here? The flour. Plain flour. There we go.
Luigi is the only correct answer.
Luigi is the correct answer. This is 0.6 of a cup of flour. I don't do cups, but thankfully I have some cups because I live with an American.
Hey.
So yeah, we'll do 0.6 out of a 0.5 and then a bit more. It says add the flour in one go, so I will do that.
Cups, 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 cups.
See, my problem with cups, and this is the same problem as I have, I've mentioned this on stream before, with the difference between Fahrenheit and Celsius, is that they are for measuring different things. Fahrenheit is very good for measuring body temperature because it's above 100 you have a problem, and Celsius is good for measuring water temperature because at 100 it boils and at 0 it freezes, right? It's a system that makes sense. But then, like, with cups, they're a measure of capacity, not of weight. And I'm so used to measuring things by weight that when I measure things in cups, it throws off my entire balance of, like, how I imagine a recipe coming together, you know?
Are cups not a vibe?
Cups are not a vibe. Not for me, at least. We've never... Oh, this is whole nutmeg. Why do we have whole nutmeg?
I think...
It's fine. We have ground nutmeg here, thank goodness. I knew we had some, I just couldn't figure out where it was.
I feel like your mom put that in a stocking one Christmas.
I guess. And with what do I grind this, mother? You can probably put this back in the fridge now, if you could, please.
Oh.
Thank you. Sorry for springing that one in. Right, I'm going to draw a cup of flour, no, 0.6 cups of flour out of this bag of flour here. Use degrees Kelvin for everything like a real man. Shout out to the scientists in the chat, although Dr. 83 has currently left. How's the poll doing? Luigi trailing behind, as he always does.
51% lasagna with an A. 25% lasagna with an E. 24% Luigi in caps.
Luigi voters, I love you.
I was curious about.
I love you like a brother. Don't know what that was.
I have no idea. I don't know what. I'm just eating right now.
That's fine. It's partly what the stream is for.
No, I know, but I'm not contributing anything. I'm just standing around going nom nom
I'm
nom.
going to very briefly switch us back to full frame so you can see me stirring at the stove.
The final
Countdown.
Oh. You keep switching it back right when I'm about to use it.
I am sorry about that.
It's fine.
Oh.
That, in this moment, I want to swear on your channel. That, the layout of the burner, like, frames, like whatever you call them, the things you can remove,
Alright.
is such a pain. And I hate how wobbly it is for the smaller pans. Luigi is the Lord Buckethead of this election.
Absolutely is. It's very important that he's there. It's part of the democratic process.
Hey, Mr. Casto!
Hello!
In the house.
Get some dabs!
Huh?
Fazoo, thank you so much for 8 months. Sorry, I read 2 minutes ago and I thought it said 2 months. I thought that was entirely wrong. Just now joining from the computer, much better than trying to watch on the phone. I entirely agree. Browser-based Twitch viewing is the optimal Twitch viewing experience. Fight me.
Luigi finished their slipping on a banana peel. Oh!
Luigi got blue shelled. I will not hear any Anything different?
Now that Mr. Castro has arrived.
Oh, you can do the bit. We're on the right camera for it as well.
The cream.
That's entirely how it happens in the video. On balance, off balance, I'm better than you. Oh yeah. You mean you haven't memorized the entire monologue?
No, I can't T-pose with it on my head. Should I put it so it's the whiter part? I put it upside down.
Mods, if we haven't one already, can we have a shout out to Mr. Casto, please?
The cream. So stupid.
It's like vindication.
This is old cream too. Oh wait, no, that's before date's not too bad. When did you get this?
I got that ages ago. I feel like I got it. Like, what did I even get that for?
I don't know.
I do not remember. I know I got it for your tres leches cake that we never ended up making. That's why
Well,
I got
it's still good. That's August, yeah.
Yes, yeah. The dates aren't American format, so
Yeah,
it's not 8th of February.
I know my brain still goes, wait, what? And I just stare at it and go.
It's
Okay,
not
yeah.
American cream.
It's still good. Maybe I should make it. The cream.
Now
Cream rises to the top.
add salt, flavor with nutmeg. Continue to mix until you get a creamy bechamel. Okay.
All balance, all balance. It doesn't matter. I'm better than you. Oh yeah. I can't do it seriously. I have to do like a funny, cutesy voice with it.
I mean, I feel like he's not doing it seriously either.
No, but he's like really like, oh yeah.
I mean, it helps if you're like 300 pounds of pure muscle. I will admit that. Yeah.
Yes. The voices I have transcended. My Macho Man sounds like Gollum.
There's a touch of nutmeg in there.
Kiwi says, me and Mr. Caster are so similar now that you can actually see me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just down to the fact that they make each other laugh over the dumbest things.
The wine's getting to me.
No. You don't understand.
This is like...
This is entirely composed. This
is just me. I've had 5 sips of wine. Like, I've had like this much wine. I promise you, this is genuinely how I am at any point in my life. This is just me. This is just me. You don't get to see this until like I'm like popping in on the side like of like your streams. Like I'm like you see my like shoulder. And it's like, hi guys. Like that's you don't know. You don't know.
Oh, the ragu.
The camera is a bit blurry because it's not fully focused on. Whoa.
If you look at the back of the camera, if you look at the viewfinder on the back of the camera, it actually has like little kind of focus helpers.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of has
I'm
these
looking at it
little,
on the monitor.
these little like extra blue helping lines that show up. I don't know what they're called.
Everyone keeps going, the wine is going to take effect. I'm like, you don't really know me. You don't know me.
Cheers.
Cheers. That was closer than I thought.
To us.
To us. Also, could we night down for over an hour and a half? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I mean, I feel like you probably could, but why would you? Is there?
No, I don't think I could. I mean, maybe no. Chris is built different in terms of his just ability to commit to a bit, and it's like I'm going.
This whole deal.
Well, it's like it's like when someone can commit to like a comedy exit and they just go, and you're like, oh, that just happened.
Like Kristen Wiig in that one video.
Yes, that's Chris. He's like, no, I said I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing, and you're like,
I still
okay.
need to send Mr. Castro the 2 videos I have of him dabbing in slow motion.
You still haven't had those?
No, I haven't. I mean, I keep
That's
meaning to
very
send them,
good
but I'm like, how do I do this?
Cheers. Salud.
Because yes, I'm holding back from Chris's community a little bit that I have 2 videos of him dabbing in slow motion. One is on a beach in California, the other is into a pool, and they're both very good.
Chris says, I could have been an actor and then I took a dab to the knee.
I feel like you've taken more than that to the knee, dude.
Yeah. And also I think Queen said something about like, oh, it's funny to see me kind of just eating like this. And it's like, oh, we need more. And I'm like, well, part of the reason that we didn't do this, I haven't streamed yet, is because we're using the computer and we didn't want to like move back and forth. So
yeah, we kind of wanted to get this out of the way before you really started getting into a rhythm of streaming.
Yeah, so...
This is thickening nicely. I still think it would be okay to do this with soy milk. You probably need to add more flour to it. But
yeah. But yes, the streaming will
feel
happen
a little bit of like...
post this, basically, at some point at the end of this month. Will probably be my first one, we'll see. I'm the giant next to my wife. She's 4'11" and I'm 6'1". Yeah, similar here. 6'1".
Oh, that is thickening well.
Yeah, you're a foot taller than me. I'm just small. But I've got like a long torso. When we sit down, we don't look like there's that much of a gap, and then we stand up and you keep going, and then I'm just here like, hi. I've got short calves.
The men in my family have long legs, I guess. That is lovely and rich now. I feel like that's the thing. If I was doing this with soy milk, we were talking about this beforehand, and like we settled on me making like a proper bechamel instead of like what I remember doing previously, which was just like a cheese sauce, like the kind of cauliflower cheese sauce.
I'm gonna do this for a moment, just so you
Sure,
can.
go for it. But this is now...
As I drop the webcam into the...
This is now like a really nice, rich, creamy bechamel, a white sauce. And yeah, we were talking about it, and I was considering doing just like a cheese sauce like I put on cauliflower cheese. But then, yeah, you said you didn't want like all of the cheddar and stuff in it, and like I think if I had to make it with soy milk, the cheese might be a required ingredient just to kind of thicken it a little bit.
There we go.
But no, that's come together really nicely. So,
excuse me.
We are pretty much at the assembly stage. This is like farting apparently. I do need to we need to switch to chop cam in some form or another.
I can go back to that.
Because I can chop some basil.
It's on the chopper!
So I'll grab this.
I'm still lantern.
We'll get like probably about half of this packet of fresh basil.
You watched it?
No.
Oh.
Oh, that's fine. It's just on the baking tray. Gonna wring out your basil, and there we go.
You need a towel?
No, it's fine.
You sure?
It'll be fine like this.
Okay.
All the liquid's just gonna end up in the sauce anyway. So we're gonna chop this basil really nice and fine, but obviously with like the flatter leaves coming through, we're gonna get some little like strips of basil that just have a ton of flavour when you bite into them. I don't have like the chopping technique down. I need to like chop away from my fingers sometimes, but I'm pretty careful. I feel like it's been a while since I cut myself. Jinxed it on the stream.
Oh, please don't.
Ah! I was thinking about doing a bit where I just like squeeze tomato puree all over the chopping board, but
No.
Just a waste of tomato puree at that point.
No.
I like how you're like, don't do bits. Don't do a bit for this stream. Alright, fresh basil going in. Can we switch back to full camera so people can see this? Wonderful chopping board basil. All going into the pot. There we go. And that is basically the last ingredient, give or take just assembling the lasagna. And then we get to hang out and talk to chat for a while. I feel like I don't even want to really cook the bolognese with the basil anymore because at this point we can just basically kind of have it stew in with everything in the oven, and it's not.
Yeah, but like
completely disappear.
it's gonna thicken. It's nice to like let it simmer and anyway. Like,
Yeah, sure. But
are you ready to like assemble? Is
yeah,
that where we're at?
yeah, I am.
Oh my god! Okay, does it need another fridge?
Yes. Put a clip on it, put one of the little clips on it so it stays fresh, because I have found that it tends to wilt a lot faster if you don't.
Yeah, of course.
Lasagna, assemble! So I think if we go back to chopping cam, split screen.
Well, I can do that. You're just telling me to do things at the same time.
Yeah, that's fine. I could come over and do it myself. So we have a wonderful Bolognaise sauce, which we're gonna do. Do we do? I guess we do like a bottom layer of Bolognaise.
Oh yeah. Do we do Bolognaise in the bottom and then what is the order?
I feel like it never has like a sheet of lasagna at the bottom because then it just like.
No, absolutely
hard on
not.
the
But I'm
pan.
saying, what's the order?
I feel
Is
like
it lasagna?
it's
and then bechamel?
Bolognaise, lasagna, bechamel, Bolognaise.
Is that correct?
Yeah. I
Chat.
feel like. Lasagna aficionados, help us out. Let me see if I can find a thing on this recipe that tells you how to layer it. They made like fancy spinach pasta. Grease the bottom, add a thin layer of bechamel and one of Bolognese sauce, then place the first sheet. Add a layer of bechamel. Okay, so it's bechamel, meat sauce, sheet, and just like that up and up, basically. And then grated Parmesan, like after you've added like the first set of layers. So we go bechamel, Bolognese, lasagna, bechamel, Bolognese, Parmesan, lasagna, bechamel, Bolognese, Parmesan.
Okay. We'll wing it a little bit.
Either way, we need a thin layer.
Did you already take out the Parmesan? Oh no, that moved into the back. That was
A
rubbing
thin layer of this on the bottom.
the salami.
Not quite the right utensil for this, but we're just going to push it to every side of the pan.
Why is it blurry?
Probably like just a little bit of weird autofocus. I feel like this camera always just autofocuses in odd ways.
Can I move that out of the way?
Yeah, I'm just trying not to like lift this up and burn you with the pan or something.
Is it okay? We're good?
Should be fine. I don't think it's going to be like steam or anything. Steam! And then add the sauce. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is going to be beautiful. Dude, I haven't made lasagna at home for so long, it's going to be really, really nice.
You're kind of off to the side. No, I can move the camera, is what I was going to say. And then not
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. So I can stay a little close. Let's put you guys on the spice rack. How about that? You feeling spicy, chat? I don't know quite how easy it's going to be to tilt that. How's that? That's looking all right. A little bit over this side.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to see just because of the stove being where it is. I can't really bring it over anymore. Just going to fill in the gaps. Got a little bit on the stove there. Grab a paper towel and we can wipe that up.
More or less. Mas o menos.
Okay. And now we can press down. How is it going to be best to do this? I guess like we'll do one there, one there, and then we'll probably need to break this one just by like a tiny amount. There we go. Beautiful. And then a layer of bechamel to spread.
Someone asked, does this mean that you're in California? No.
Nope.
No. I've been back here since middle of January.
Yep. Thank goodness for that. Because I like you.
I like you too. You're alright. You're alright. Yeah.
Solid person. Good lad. He's alright.
How many layers have you done? Like 2?
No, this is the second. So that is one and then another. The sauce.
How many layers are you gonna be able to get of the pasta?
Like 2.
No, we need to have 3. Are you doing too thick with the bechamel, or is it just this is not thick enough?
I mean, it's just not a very deep tray, really.
Do we not have a deeper one?
No.
No.
I mean, we have like a casserole dish, I guess, but not quite the way this works. And now, a liberal sprinkling
No,
of...
wait, hold on. Are you serious? There's only 2 layers of the noodle? You can put another noodle on top.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's what I was saying.
This is the second time I will be adding pasta to the dish.
Wait, no. What? How many layers of pasta? I'm not paying attention. Is there
put-
only 1 noodle in here?
I have put 1 layer of pasta in it currently.
No. There needs to be another noodle on top.
Well, I will try my best, my dear.
Well, because otherwise it's just a single noodle.
Yes, I understand.
That is a singular lasagna with an aim.
Chat, you were wrong! Adding so much parmesan to this, but I always feel like it's not enough when I add it and it disappears. So, we have one like so, one like so.
Yeah, no, we need. Oh gosh.
Can push it down a little bit. We'll have some very thin layers on the top. Like that.
There's literally only 2 layers, though.
Yes, I know.
Oh no. We don't have a. Where's the thicker one? I thought that we had a bigger one.
I mean, feel free to look for it. I don't think you're going to find it.
Híjole, no. This isn't deeper?
Nope. I mean, it's like deeper by like
It
a
is.
factor of millimeters.
It is slightly deeper, though. I don't know.
I'm not going to transfer all of this to that
No,
now.
I know. I know. I thought we had. Oh my gosh. Okay, that one's just smaller than I thought.
We're filling it to the very top, the very brim.
Goodness.
We'll do a very thin layer this time around.
Well, how much did you put on before?
Not
Was
as
it just super thick before?
I mean, the sauce itself is quite thick. It's got chopped carrots and mincemeat in it. That is
No,
not
the
like-
bechamel part, not the. Well,
Well, I mean, I put a decent amount of that in. It said start with a thin layer, so I started with what I thought was a thin layer.
Okay. Need to get a bigger dish for next time then. It's looking solid though.
I feel like we haven't made lasagna for so long that I forgot how shallow our dishes were.
Goodness.
So we've got to do this. This is all going to come cascading over the side once the pasta expands. Hopefully the pasta will just absorb some of the liquid and that will help somewhat here. But I'm going to spread that out a little bit. That's going to be my portion.
Judging your distribution of Parmesan.
Switch back to the other tab on my Firefox. On my laptop.
Oh.
Going the opposite direction from my laptop.
Sorry, my brain likes to juggling 2 different computers.
So that I can see what the chat says. This thick sauce is the best sauce. We know this. We know this to be true. So,
Are we going to be able to get a final layer on top, you think?
I mean, I'm going to try.
Whoop. Good lord.
Okay, I'm going to need to put this in the oven with something underneath it to catch the inevitable overflow from this.
Yeah.
But we can just like...
I was going to say, should you just put...
Just going to add some bechamel on the top. Maybe dust it with a little bit of parmesan for
Oh my god.
browning.
I'm going to die.
This is why they have us make so much bechamel.
Going to need multiple lactate.
Yeah, the reason we're using dry pasta sheets for this, which I know isn't like necessarily how people do it, but some people in my chat yesterday, well not like yesterday, but the day before, were saying that dry pasta is often the best way for this kind of stuff because it will pick up all of the moisture in the oven, and it will like draw the water out of the sauce to cook the pasta. The sheets that we got specifically say, "Hey, you don't need to pre-cook these. You can, but you don't need to."
Do you want to put foil over the top to try and contain the inevitable spillage, or
I mean, we can.
at some point? I don't know how to.
We can if you don't want the top to get all nice and crispy. But like I said, the inevitable.
Well, you can take it off after a certain point, or put it on after a certain point. It doesn't have to be, you know what I mean?
Well, like I said, I'm planning on putting the grill pan in there at the bottom of the oven to catch stuff.
The one up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also have like a full spaghetti bolognese worth of bolognese left, so.
Should we start with the foil on and then take it off to let it crisp on top, or should we put the foil on and after?
Insert this into one of the oven. Do that underneath.
Should it be
this.
covered?
I don't know if the foil is really going to help, because all it's going to do is just guide the stuff out the side if it's going to do anything like that.
No, I know I'm not going to stop overflow totally, but.
Well, I'm going to put it in.
Do you want to put the foil over the top now and then take it off?
I feel like you want me to.
I'm looking to see what we should do. Foil helps cook the noodles because it helps keep the heat in.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'll take that. Don't close it yet. I need to put it in. There we go. Good night, sweet prince.
People are like, no foil!
I feel like they just don't want to hear the noise because it's probably really loud on the...
So they're...
Either that or they want chaos. They want me to make a mess. Alright. This is going in the oven. Say goodbye to your lasagna, chat. Good lord, that's heavy.
I can imagine.
Oh, that's a thick boy. It's a thick one, chat. Let's go back to...
Chungus.
let's go back to non-chopping camera.
Let me, sorry, I was going to really quickly put a timer on my phone. How long does it take to cook?
Hi, stream. How are you? I don't know. Like, this didn't have like a cook time on it.
Like 40 minutes?
40 minutes, it says. At like 170. I mean, this has been at 180, so we'll call it around like 35 minutes, and then we'll take the foil off, and then we'll give it like a little bit extra just to
No, hold on a second.
to brown the top.
Timer. So we're doing it for 40 minutes, 45? What did you say?
40.
Okay, I would say at 25 minutes, take off the foil. Yeah, maybe?
Jonas, thank you so much for the 12 months. Everyone spam the word nerd in the chat. I don't have my stream deck, so I can't press the button. I'm going to type it manually.
We're like, thick chungus. So 40 minutes at least. Okay, I'm just going to say 25, and then we can take off the foil. Yeah?
Say what? 25 minutes, take off the foil. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
15 minutes after that.
Yeah,
Roughly.
I would say so.
Oh, these things bang, man.
It's
These are so
alright.
good.
Okay. We've got... Okay.
Dang, boy. He's
Okay.
thick.
In my pocket.
I thought that was more sturdy
No,
than
it
that.
is super
I
squishy.
just went...
Yeah. I
It's like bore down. I palm heel strike that.
You palm heel struck it. Yeah, no, I was confused by the squishiness of it when I first pulled it out of the thing, and I went, oh, okay, interesting. And then you just had to compress it.
So,
20 bucks for good with the foil. Okay. Low fat said we don't need the timer. We have 350 odd viewers to remind you.
I mean, yeah.
This is true.
I don't want people to troll us and be like, take out the lasagna now, and it's been like 5 minutes.
Exactly. Ooh, here's another fun thing.
Fun facts with celery.
Not fun facts, just
Oh.
yummy food.
Just a thing.
I'm cutting some thin slices of cuke. For people who don't know the majesty of cucumber and tahini.
Oh. Just injecting some tahini into this Italian menu.
Well, we already have the jalapeno jam on the crostini.
We do, and that was bomb. That was absolutely killer. I want to make that every day of the week.
No?
Yeah.
Yay! We have more bread. We can make some more.
I mean, yeah, we do. I'm like, that's on the menu now. That rules. I really, really like that with the goat's cheese and everything. Oh, so good. I should have bought twice the amount of goat's cheese I bought. Hello, chat. How are you?
Hi. It feels very unintuitive to look to my right for some reason.
Ginger shudders at the mention of cucumber. Here's the thing, right? Like, I have come to realize in the sort of the more recent years of my life when I've cared more about like the flavor of food and preparing stuff a little better, that cucumber has a really strong flavor. When like
You don't think of it as being flavorful, but
as a
it does.
kid, I just thought of it as like it's part of salad. It just kind of tastes like water. But to some people, cucumber definitely has like a really strong flavor.
Yeah.
And that's wild to me. I'm the same with celery itself. Like yes, tahini. The actual celery plant has such a strong flavor for people, and I was kind of surprised by that. But I'm starting to get it. Like, it doesn't just taste like a different form of lettuce.
Oh my gosh, it's like got moisture in it.
Yeah. Needs more anti-caking agents.
There we go.
You do like celery a lot? Alright, well, there's hope for you yet, Ginger. There's hope for you.
Oh my gosh, the stupid. There we go.
I, by the way, am just going to eat the rest of these, probably.
Yeah, there's cheese in it, so I'm eating them less, but I've had a few.
But then again, too few to mention. Hence cucumber sandwiches, they have enough flavour to carry their own, albeit mild in buttered bread. I always thought those were just like sandwich with salad in, though. Like, I always thought the point of that was like you enjoy the flavour of bread and butter, and like the cucumber kind of enhances it and kind of has that cool sensation. I kind of treat cucumber more as a sensory experience in terms of like the touch of it than the taste, you know?
Yeah. But yes, cucumber with tahini, anything with tahini, delicious.
Yeah.
Tahini is a little pre-made Mexican spice.
Which I don't like a whole lot because it's got like very aromatic dried lime in it, and for some reason that really like it gets up my nose in the same way mustard does.
It's so good.
It's a little strange.
But yeah, like it's chili.
I'm gonna come over here.
It's a chili and lime salt essentially.
Hi, chat.
And
How are
it's really nice to put it on any sort of fruit. You put it on, I mean, cucumber's on a fruit. Well, is cucumber a fruit? I guess it technically is, kind of.
It's got the seeds in the middle, technically it's a fruit.
It's a gourd.
Yeah.
But I put it
fruit
on
in the same way that like a pumpkin is
mango. You put it on watermelon is like yummy. Guava. I feel like watermelon and tahini is like my peak. But then yeah, putting it on cucumber is a nice little refreshing snack.
I'll rinse this pan a little bit before the bechamel just like sticks to it. It's too late for that.
So good.
I really wish we could do this more often. I've enjoyed doing this immensely.
Yeah?
I hope everyone else has as well. You're stuck with us for the next 40 minutes while the lasagna cooks, and then we'll probably like eat some of it and stuff. But
Okay. Lovely. So getting up my nose is why I hate English mustard. Let me tell you a fun story about the first time I had English mustard.
The Golden Galleon. Not an actual boat, but a pub.
I was betrayed.
Out by Seven Sisters.
I was betrayed. Happy little raid of 5. Sad Milkman.
That's such a good username. Welcome to my stream.
Sad Milkman. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the raid. Were you guys cooking today? What were you doing? I feel like with a name like Sad Milkman, you have to be a cooking streamer, right? Thank you so much for the shout out, Ginger. Welcome on in, Sad Milkman and Raiders. Good to see you. I'm not normally a cooking streamer. My name is Pixlriffs. If you don't know me, I normally play Minecraft, but this was a kind of charity redemption thing that we did from the St. Jude live stream I did back in December.
Which is the main one? There's no...
7. Yeah.
Fighting hotkeys. Anyway.
I also like the name Sad Milkman. Bob Ross, happy little raid, absolutely.
But yes. Wait, is this mine? This is mine.
Either a cooking streamer or a milkman.
So, early on in my time living in this country, we went for a walk with a friend, Michael. We went
I'm going to turn follower-only chat off for a second just so people can chat if they're new here and they haven't seen my stream before.
Excuse me. We went for a walk, kind of near Seven Sisters. Not quite all the way. What's that one area called? Down the coast.
I think it is Seven Sisters Country Park. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. We went down for a walk. Not that far away, but it was a little bit of a drive. And then went for a pub lunch afterwards. And I got something in chips. I can't remember what it was. I had chips. The lady came around with like this little wooden tray with like little,
With like the sauces.
little pots of all the sauces and condiments, right? There was mustard. For whatever reason, I felt like having mustard on my chips that day. I was like, I'm feeling a little spicy. I want some mustard. Like thinking like normal yellow mustard or maybe like a Dijon mustard or something that's got some kick, but it's like mustard. Johnny and Michael watched me spoon an ungodly amount of my English mustard onto my plate.
Yes, British chips, not like chips in a bag.
Yeah, like fries.
Not
like chunky,
not crisps.
Chunky home fries, kind of potato wedges. And I felt like having mustard. They watched me spoon an ungodly amount.
I say watch. We didn't watch with some kind of like eager glee or.
No, I'm not saying you anticipated it.
It just didn't register
You
with
just
us what you were
stared at
doing.
me while I was doing it, and I didn't think about
And,
it.
like I thought because you were doing it, you tested it beforehand, and maybe you realised that it was English mustard, or it wasn't English mustard, it was
No.
like French's or something.
Nope. I took a massive bite, and then just laid my head down on the table as like my eyes just like watered and like my sinuses. I was like, is there effing wasabi in it? What is there horseradish in your mustard? What is happening to my body? Like I was so mad. I was like, you watched me do that. Why did you not warn me? They were like, we thought you knew. And I was like, what kind of deranged person do you think I am that I would put that amount of English mustard on anything, much less potatoes? Like, it was the funniest thing. So every time anyone mentions English mustard, I'm just like,
It's just like-
like I have flashbacks.
there is trauma associated with that now.
And it's really nice on like a meat thing, like you have like a little bit of beef or something, like
Yeah.
just a tad to dip on the side. In small quantities, it can be a really nice little punch, but like it was not good.
Sad Milkman said in the chat, "Hey Pig, saw you alive and wanted to spread the love. Been a fan of the Spawn Chunks, and I hope you have a good stream." Thank you so much, Sad Milkman. Thank you again for the raid. It's really fun having people raid me when I'm doing something really different like this.
So I just had to look over there because otherwise I'm like looking behind and it's kind of awkward.
And we're if it's alright with you, I'm probably going to put this up on my YouTube VODs channel as well.
Yeah.
So, because it's going to be on Twitch for the next like 60 days if people want to watch it with the Twitch chat. And lately I've been watching VODs on Twitch when I can because I feel like having chat there is just a fun part of the experience. But I am going to upload this to YouTube as well. I still need to post the last Stardew Valley stream I did too. And I haven't been doing the stuff from the museum because it's just more Minecraft. But American mustard doesn't count as mustard. It's got no kick. It's got the same kind of spreadability and like the scale that you need to apply the mustard as ketchup.
Because you put it on a
Like
hot dog,
yeah, exactly.
you put it on a sandwich, it's good. It's a different usage.
English mustard is basically the spice that is used to flavour American mustard. I mean, yeah, kind of. Like you add a small amount of English mustard to like a bunch of thickeners and probably like a little bit of sugar syrup or something as well. You throw that in there.
It was so much. Oh my god.
Only mustard you like is American honey mustard. Yeah, I mean honey mustard is nice because it balances out the kind of intensity of mustard.
I prefer like a rough Dijon situation. That's probably my favorite. But I like all types of mustard. It just caught me off guard.
Mm.
And being like my introduction to the fact that, hey, English mustard, really,
little bit different.
really effing hot. Like,
can you grab me one of the Nutella lids out of the cupboard on the ends? And we can put the rest of the garlic jam in the fridge because there's still some left in there. We can use that for summer. I've been roasting garlic to put in pesto a lot. We chop up like fresh basil and grind up some pine nuts in a blender or a food processor, but we just have a blender because our kitchen is so small that we can't really store a great deal of appliances.
what should I do with this? Should I check it?
I mean, the rind is probably all right, you know.
I'm not gonna eat it. It's been sitting here for
Put it in a sandwich bag. like one of the little kind of papery ones at the front. Yeah, them. And I'll just like toast it on something tomorrow probably.
Can't get the bag out.
Red or white wine, do we have a preference? We drink a lot of red lately, and I don't know if that's just like...
Open.
I got it. I don't know if that's just like our tastes evolving. We used to drink a lot of like white and rosé a lot more.
Yeah.
But I feel like lately all I buy is red wine. We really love Malbec.
I have had like no...
I don't want to be one of those
rosé.
people who like only drinks one type of wine, but we just drink a lot of Malbec.
It's good. It's reliable though. I feel like I mean, you have like bad wine. What is this bag? Is this one of those weird old ones?
I mean, it's not like a Ziploc, it's just a...
I know, but I can't open it.
Allow me to continue.
No, you handed it to me.
I handed it to you so I could put the rest of them back in the drawer.
Thank you.
It's just like a sticky...
I know, it's weird. It's weird.
But yeah, like I feel like we'll have white wine with the right meal. Like we're definitely those people who like...
Those people?
Yeah, we have like...
Did you already top yours
No,
up?
I did not.
You haven't even topped yours up?
No.
Goodness.
Yeah, we'll have wine with the right type of food. Like we're not gonna have like red wine with chicken, you know, unless it's like a particularly spicy kind of chicken.
Yeah, we've had one with chicken.
But, like-
We're not chicken, but... Yeah, it just depends on what we're drinking at the moment, what it feels like. The weather.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the summer, when it's really
in,
hot.
in summer I'm not going to be drinking red wine, but I'm probably going to be drinking beer at that point. So
Yeah, you have beer more in the summer.
you tend to revert to cider.
A little bit, depending.
And if you feel like, you know, oh, you drank a little bit of wine earlier and it felt like you were tipsy, if you want to see Kay tipsy, just like one Weston's Old Rosie or whatever, and
No.
I mean you get pretty merry after.
Oh, Rosie.
I mean not Old Rosie. What's the stuff you get? It's like Weston's Vintage or whatever it is. The one that's like 8% cider.
A strong cider is good.
Very
And
strong
big
cider.
bottles. Those ones do, for some reason, send me. They're so good though.
Yeah.
And they're very strong, like the taste is very
Yeah.
like bitter, not bitter. What's the word? Tart, I guess? It's very appley, but very like
Yeah.
cidery.
How are we doing on time, by the way?
I don't know. My phone hasn't gone off yet.
Just curious.
Mm.
You know, I like to stay on top of that. Seasonal, maybe I prefer red because health benefits. You prefer Shiraz, fair enough.
Shiraz is nice.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of wine is nice, really. Like,
Yeah, we're not like,
never really met a bottle I didn't like.
no. I had a really crap Chianti one time.
Don't burn the Luigi. I love the Luigi thing.
No,
That's so
we've
good.
got 10 minutes until to take off the foil.
Yeah,
so.
sure. Okay. I was streaming late today. I feel like this is the latest I've streamed in a while because we started at like 6:30. But thank you so much for being here, chat. It's so nice having all of you here. Like I recognize so many names in the chat, and it's like the favorites, the people who are at every stream basically. Now we're craving cider from the tap. Any cider just from the tap makes all the difference. We have it from bottles, and it's not bad. I feel like bottled beverages generally are going to be better for me. Cider is deceitful. It's like the apple juice that makes you do bad decisions. I mean, right? Do they have much cider in Russia? I mean, Russia is known for a couple of different types of alcohol, but I don't know how the cider game is over there. Thanks for having me. Oh, Casto, I need to cook for you again at some point. I mean, obviously that requires us to be in the same country, but like, I always like it when people enjoy my food. Literally have a couple of litre in the fridge. Nice. At what age do you start feeding that to the children?
So, White Kitty was out front.
Oh, is he? Oh, bless him. I feel like let him in, introduce him to the stream.
I'm using the neighbor's garden.
Fair enough. Boy. Just cook then ship it, it'll be fine. How you picks haven't been here for a long time. I'm good, Loyal Gummy Bear, I'm good. This is a one-off cooking stream that we've been doing, but I'm really happy we've done it. I'm enjoying it immensely.
I mean, it's something that maybe we could do in future.
Smirnoff Ice is the best cider.
For different oh god. Trolls.
Not often here on streams, but I'm glad I saw this one. It helped me relax a lot. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. It's nice just doing something different. Obviously, this whole setup is incredibly temporary. To kind of bring you guys full circle, if we can switch to the kind of camera picture view.
Nope.
That one? Yeah. Like over here is where you guys are.
Hey!
That corner, hello. That corner is where we normally have our microwave. So we've moved the microwave. We couldn't microwave anything in this meal, which we didn't need to, so that's fine. But yeah, if we'd wanted to microwave anything, we could not have, because we've moved it in order to put the PC there, which is kind of hilarious. But no, this has been a blast.
Chat reveal.
And what a way to, like, yeah, again, who's that? Ed B in the chat reminded me this is technically like a birthday stream for me.
Is Dan still there?
I don't know, Dan might be
He was
lurking.
there at the beginning. I don't know if he's still there.
Yeah, he's probably gone off to have his own dinner, I'd expect.
That's true. But then yeah, like Ella's there, saw Mom there. Dad might be lurking.
Really enjoying the stream. Congrats, you both are awesome. Thank you. Somebody in the chat asked how we met a while ago, which is a story I tell on stream occasionally, but I guess while we're just waiting around for the lasagna, we can probably tell it
You're
again.
making a birthday cake next? No.
No.
No, that might happen on Monday, but you won't be here for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, my sister sent me a text. I said I was shopping for the ingredients for the lasagna, and she was like, "Hey, are you going to buy birthday cake ingredients?" I'm like, "No, we will be too full from the lasagna and the appetizers." But yeah, we met online.
We have some balsamic and oil. If you want any bread.
I'm good. Like I said, I'm saving room for the lasagna. We bought some like little tray tiramisu things for dessert.
I forgot we have tiramisu in the fridge.
We do. Again, this is the lactate intensive meal.
Oh.
But yeah, we met online. We met through a project called National Novel Writing Month, or NaNoWriMo. It's a
I'll put this here so you can see the last pepper.
yeah, there we go. The final pep. It's the final pep down. You're gonna have
I was just leaving it, but then you there.
There's not really a whole lot of room
There,
for
then
it.
that can get moved out of the way.
There we go. Yeah, NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. Every November, a group of people online get together and everybody speed writes the first draft of their novel that they've had an idea for ages but have never really executed on. And we were doing that both in 2009. It was November 2009. Because you came out to see me December of 2009. We met like in October, basically, when everyone was preparing for NaNoWriMo, and like you found me on the forums for Leeds, where I was living at the time, and like people were organising meetups and stuff. But you just found the synopsis of what I was writing about and thought it sounded cool, and we just started chatting from there. And then it turned out we had a lot of interests in common. You were the only American I'd heard of who'd heard of like obscure Channel 4 comedies that I really liked, like Nathan Barley. And I guess The Mighty Boosh at the time was like known, or had like a cult following here, but I didn't realise it had reached America.
Yeah.
So that was kind of intriguing. We just got to chatting online, and we chatted on MSN Messenger for like 2 weeks, and then I got Skype, and we started Skyping, and
Yeah, you downloaded Skype to talk to
yeah,
me.
it did exclusively to talk to you, basically.
I had it. I was like, "Do you have Skype?" And he was like,
Yeah.
"What's that?"
Yeah.
Or like you knew what it
I
was,
think
but you were like,
I'd heard of it, but
I've never used it.
I had no reason to use it at the time. And then, yeah, MSN Messenger, yikes, exactly. And then, yeah, we just hit it off, and it turned out you were, like, interested in coming out to visit. You'd never really been to England, but you always liked the idea of going.
I was curious.
And so I was like, hey, come and stay with me for 2 months.
And then I was like,
and
I
it
can do
happened.
you one better. 3!
Yeah, so at the
The
time...
limits of my passport.
That's kind of like the coda to our first meeting, is that like I was working in bookshops at the time just as like a bookseller. I worked at Waterstones in Leeds, and I didn't have a huge amount of money, but I had enough to like rent a car to take you to the airport in February when you were due to fly home. But then on the way back to the airport,
there was a massive car accident.
There was a massive car accident on the M1, which is the main road from Leeds and Manchester down to London, and Kay was flying out from Heathrow. So we figured...
We got stuck for, like,
Yeah,
we did not move for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
We were just like,
And the drive was only supposed to be about 2 hours. So by the time we realised, like, we realised after a certain point when we'd been sat in traffic for like an hour and a half that Kay wasn't going to make their flight, and so we ended up basically calling the airline from the car and saying, well, I can't really afford to hire another car until next month when I get my paycheck. So can you just stay here for another month? Which was the 3-month limit of basically the visa waiver program that you had to, you basically say like, I don't need a visa because I'm only here for this amount of time, and I'm just here as a tourist. And so
the limits of what your passport does.
Yeah.
Without having to apply for them.
And so you stayed for another month. You spent your birthday out here.
Yeah.
It was like the last day you were in the UK, basically, right?
Yeah.
But we went to York a couple of times. We went to York for Valentine's Day and stuff. Like that was nice. And I did not, Zeke. I mean, there is a limit to which good taste kind of forbids me from saying I did not cause the car accident. Like I'm not going to admit to that particular felony.
And again, that was like 2010, so very awkward to try and call.
Is these lawyers like, you wouldn't download a spouse?
Amazing. But yeah, like the look into technology didn't have like a smartphone or like anything you could really. Well, I mean, it had like a vague smartphone. It was like a not good smartphone that was like pretty proper smartphone. It was 2010, and it was kind of entertaining. We had to call up frantically about like an hour. Not even an hour. It was less than an hour before I was due to like actually board the flight and be like, "Can I please move my flight?" Yeah,
which was a whole deal, but it's.
And then we got off the freeway when we could.
Yeah.
There was like a massive.
Yeah.
Like redirect happening.
We were like taking little videos on like what passed for a digital camera back then. It wasn't like phones. It was like we brought an actual kind of like.
Yeah, my little camera.
You've got your little
my little Olympus
that like point and shoot Olympus digital camera, and we like filmed a video of us getting very excited about going back north with you still in the car.
Yeah, it was like and then we came back and your roommates at the time, like I came in and they were like, "Why are you still here?" And I was like,
"So surprise, here for another month."
But then it was like Dan's birthday, like the night after that or something like that, and he was all excited. And he was like, "You can come for my birthday."
We went out to the Ark in Headingley and I think did karaoke or something.
Was that the karaoke? That was a different night.
Might have been a different night.
The karaoke was a different night.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was basically that was our thing. I was very decisive at that point. I was just like, we really liked each other. I'm coming out.
We're into it.
It was a very quick kind of decision.
Let me put the rest of this in a Tupperware so we can stash that in the fridge because I realised that's just been out there for a little while. Let's grab one of these.
But yeah, that was 2010.
Yeah,
2009 we met. I flew out Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, it was.
Well, I flew out Christmas Eve. I arrived Christmas Day because it's an overnight flight.
Yeah.
2009, stayed for New Year's and everything, and then flew back mid-March.
Yeah.
2010.
And it turned out I wasn't an axe murderer. I was a very nice man.
He was a very nice guy.
And so we immediately started making plans for me to come out and visit you. I went out there for 4 months, proposed while I was out there. So we were engaged basically on the anniversary of our meeting.
There's Oscar Isaac yelling all the way from my butt.
I was concerned about what that was. Then I remembered you have some unconventional alarms.
Yeah, that was the timer.
I haven't murdered you yet. The long game, Talisman. So the long game. Let's
help.
I mean, we've been married for nearly 10 years. It'll be 10 years in September.
It's true.
If we haven't murdered each other already, I think it's probably a good sign.
Where's the There they are.
The oven gloves.
Yeah, no, we're good. It's been almost a decade.
Donate to St. Jude.
It's been over a decade we've been together.
Yes.
Because that was 2009 and it's 20, so it's been...
Yeah, we've known each other for like nearly 12 years.
In October it'll be 12 years we've known each other.
Yeah.
And then in September it'll be 10 years we've been married.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Maths.
We're old now. Domesticity.
Bruno! Bruno's rating!
Oh!
Hey, vamos Bruno!
¿Qué pasó?
Talk to Bruno in Spanish.
No! Oh my god.
Has it leaked? Has there been leakage?
I hope not.
Oh, No, the tray below it is.
Could you move the pot? Could you move
Yes,
the pot?
yes. Sorry.
Heavy. It's really heavy.
It
Oh
is
my
very
god.
heavy. Bruno, we made lasagna.
My muscles. Oh my god. Hello.
I think we need to retop that probably with the
With a little bit of
parmesan.
y'all.
Reggiano.
This is very intense. Hi, Bruno. Had to see him come into the cooking stream. Now I crave for lasagna.
Bruno, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Expand. Oh gosh. Okay.
You okay putting that back in?
Yeah.
I'm very impressed that is not entirely overflowed. I feel very, very accomplished.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We'll see. Okay. That like fluffed my hair and it like pushed my hair in my face. Hello. Okay, so that was 25 minutes. Another 15-ish maybe, and then we'll check it and see how it's doing.
Bruno, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. 51 people, brand new. We have like multiple stations to read the chat here. The PC. Let me show you around. Let me show you the camera setup we have here because it's incredible. We have the split screen chopping camera over here, and the chopping camera on the sideboard over there. We have the picture-in-picture.
Hello.
And we have the full frame over here as well. So yeah, we've been experimenting with that. But my laptop is over there. That's what we're reading the chat from. So if we look over there, the camera is over here. Apologies.
Yeah.
We could also maybe tilt this upwards a little bit and have like the chopping camera be like
a closer face cam.
We're looking at you camera now.
We're looking at you.
There he goes. Hello.
We're looking at you.
How was your stream, Bruno?
Sorry.
Was it speed runs today? What were you guys doing? Should really do this again sometime? I would love to.
I think we need to figure out a better setup, but this actually isn't too bad.
Yeah, the setup is very, very bodged together. We did show off where everything was earlier, but yeah, my camera is in front of the door to our washroom where like the washing machine is and stuff. Like there's so many different things that would just be very in the way if they were more permanent. But I would love to do stuff like this again. I really enjoyed this. We're just waiting for the lasagna to be done. It's another 20 minutes. I think we swapped wine.
We did swap wine. I was like, this isn't my wine. What are you doing? What?
You drank some of mine?
You just stole my wine!
That's my wine! Learned a lesson about putting a camera in front of celery yet? Absolutely not. I'm putting more cameras in front of celery if I can. They're trying to like start up a Twitch channel themselves and stream some.
Yeah. It's all good. It gets loud. Do I get loud?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we do. Take my wine, please.
Yeah. Also, yeah, you're like speak to Bruno in Spanish. I'm like immediately self-conscious. I'm like, I can speak to Bruno in Spanish, perhaps if it was me and Bruno just speaking. But there are 400 people watching us. My Spanish is not where I would like it to be.
Un poquito
Roto.
roto.
It's yeah. I'm not fluent yet. I would like to be. I'm working on it. I can understand far more than I can like communicate, but then like I have to get in the zone.
I need to hang out on more of Bruno's streams where he has a channel point redemption for a one phrase Spanish lesson. So I need to basically like build up my vocabulary by just redeeming channel points in Bruno's streams all the time.
you want me to speak a little, Bruno? He's like, solo un poquito. Ay. Dices muy alto. It's true. What? I'm just displaying you as this.
Oh.
You're tall.
my favorite story from when we were in Valencia, getting a taxi back to the station with our bags, and you were trying to explain how weird the door to our hotel was because there was like a glass partition that you had to basically
it was like
an S curve.
There was like a vestibule. Like you come in one sliding door, one automatic kind of sliding door, and then there was a second one, but they opened in the opposite directions.
And the taxi driver tried to like walk up to one, and then it just didn't open.
And it opened in the other way, and he was like, "What's happening?" And we both did the same thing when we first went into that.
Yeah.
That hotel, and we were like, "Oh, this is weird."
And you were like, "Como se dice zigzag in Castellano?" And he was like, "Zigzag." And I was like, "Yes."
Well,
it's a cognate.
Yeah, exactly. It was very funny. It was like
Spain Spanish sounds a lot different than Uruguayan Spanish. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, of course.
Kay watches a lot of you watch videos occasionally where it's people like comparing Spanish speaking from like different regions of the world. And
well, it's not even that. There's a couple different channels I watch that do different mutual intelligibility tests between like language families. So there's people who are speaking really regional dialects of Italian, for example, and then people who speak French, like Canadian French speaker, Mexican Spanish speaker, and someone who's Romanian, trying to how much they understand of this person who's speaking this very regional dialect of Italian. Yeah. And it's actually really, really cool, and I love watching that.
Like Occitan and like that whole group.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Bruno es el mejor. Yes, absolutely. And el mejor. I need to brush up on the J. The J sound is always like what. Zeke has really jumped on the Luigi.
Oh
thing.
no, the Luigi.
So we had a poll in the chat earlier about which spelling of lasagna is correct. Is it lasagna with an E, lasagna with an A, or Luigi? And
the Luigi came from a joke about another stream that happened. Completely separate. That was a GeoGuessr stream where we were like looking around for signs, and it was
an Italian. It was like very clearly an Italian like country road or something, but there was like signage for different places, and it was very clearly Italian. But then the streamer looked around a little bit more, and there was a sign that just said Luigi in caps letters.
In all caps, like big caps. You were like, okay.
I feel like Luigi has become a thing now. Milking cows are no longer my best friend. Friendship with Luigi has begun.
Oh no.
Friendship ended with milking cows.
How long have I been speaking Spanish? Well, I mean, my life, kind of. Like, except my life. No, like it's complicated because.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Just trying to rinse this.
Lloyd says you need to be at least this deep in stream lore to get jokes in. Yeah, the stream has lore. I mean, I'm Latino, but like I also like I'm not fluent, and so I've been speaking Spanglish my entire life. It's not like it's like a massive pain in the butt to explain. It's just it's hard to be like how long I've been speaking something that I've been around my entire life. It's like I've been able to understand bits of Spanish, going in and out of like levels of comprehension since I was a child, and there are words that are let's put it this way, there are words that I would use that I assumed people would understand because I thought they were English, because I was like, the only language I speak fluently is English, and so I would use a word and then people would stare at me and go, I don't know what you're saying, and then I would go, oh, that's a Spanish word. Okay.
You're like lagañas.
Yeah.
Like the little kind of.
Yeah, the lagañas in your eye, and then they would be like, I don't know what you're saying to me. What's in my face? And I was like, oh, the crusts.
To this day, you only ever refer to underwear as chones.
Well, that's what they are. They're chones. Occasionally they'll say undies, but like, so it's weird. I would like to get better. I've never been 100%. Like as fluent in Spanish as I am in English, or as confident, but I'm trying to improve. So poco a poco estoy mejorando. I'm eating lagañas for dinner. No para la cena, no. Cochino!
We need to have another poll now. Lasagna, lagañas. Luigi.
We're pulling out the lagañas from the oven. Lasagne en el horno. I can't speak. I'm laughing too much.
Lasagna al forno. Lasagnas. Who birthday is coming up? My birthday.
Who birthday?
Also Minecraft birthday, which is weird. Minecraft was first released to the public in like the Minecraft Classic, like browser-based Minecraft days on May 17th, 2009. May 17th is also my birthday. I was born in 1987.
No!
There's Bruno being gross in my chat.
Well, lasagnas al horno con pestañas. Pestañas are eyelashes.
It's like the full ocular
the full
buffet.
the full eyeball experience.
Yeah.
Oh no. Gross. But yeah, like I said, I can understand more than I can speak. Well, I can actually speak an okay amount. It's just I get flustered and embarrassed. But then yeah, like when we were in, that was you started explaining that when we were in Valencia. Oh no, there was another bit in Valencia. I thought you were gonna explain when I was talking to the guy in the cab.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
And we were going to the station. And we had a whole conversation, and then I said something about, oh yeah, well he said that in the cab. We were talking about this, and you were like, that conversation was entirely in Spanish. I don't know what you said. And I was like, oh.
Don't expect me to remember something I couldn't understand in the first place, but.
Y para beber lágrimas de Pix. You heard lágrimas? You know that one?
I've heard the word before. I don't recall what it means.
Tears.
Oh.
We're drinking your tears, my love.
I mean, if my tears taste as good as this wine, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but no, yeah. Yeah, it was really funny. We had a whole conversation about art. Like his son was going to like art school, and we were talking about the light in the quality of the light in Spain versus the quality of light in England, and the differences there. We were having a whole fun conversation about art and things, and I was like, yeah, and then. I said something to Johnny. I was like, oh, well, that's what the cab driver said. And he was like, I don't know what you said.
It was?
Yeah, like, that was in Spanish. Like, so I do underestimate my ability to speak Spanish because I'm uncertain about it. And, yeah. It's, little brother's birthday is also May 17th. Well, early birthday to Jonas's little brother.
Shout out to Tauruses everywhere, I guess.
But yeah, bilingual's going to rise up.
Trilingual in your case.
Yeah, you probably speak more. You definitely are like properly bilingual. I always hesitate to call myself bilingual because of the fact that I'm like, not quite. I'm trying, and it's but it's getting there. So anyway, it's
Sorry about the delay
Oh,
between the two cameras. By the way, the nice camera goes through an Elgato, which delays it by about.
Is it delayed?
Yeah, it delays it by about like 2 milliseconds, I think.
Oh,
Not 2
very
milliseconds,
slightly.
like 2 seconds, but like 200 milliseconds. And so like I can't remember if I set this up with delay on the microphone track or not, but some of it may be very out of sync. So I just kind of noticed that out of my peripheral vision. So you like gesturing, and it happens like slightly later, but.
Lloyd mumbles in German.
Mumble.
Yeah.
Mumbles in compound words.
But yeah, it's one of those things that you've been picking up.
We don't have Spanish-speaking mods, Ginger, but we do have a Spanish-speaking streamer who can potentially call people out if they say anything rude. I can say rude things if I want to, but I'm not going to because I like Bruno. Der Mumble, Das Mumble.
Yeah, it's all good.
Have I seen your Discord message about tea and chat? Yes, I have. I will reply to it soon. I've just been very busy because the last, the next couple of weeks is basically going to be probably the last couple of weeks of 116, and I really need to make sure that I get the museum finished. So I don't know if I'll be able to do a tea and chat until like June, unfortunately, but that's the way things are going. How's that looking?
Crispy. You see that my glasses are very foggy?
Uh-huh. How long we got? 2 minutes?
2 minutes left, and that was
Nice.
15?
Okay, so yeah, 25 before, 15 now.
Yeah, so we could lean on for a little bit longer if you want. I don't know.
I want to have the grand opening of the lasagna in 2 minutes time.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll let it sit.
steamy Luigi. Are we gonna eat the lasagna live? I think we might like slice off a little bit of it and try it maybe, but like it's gonna cool a little bit first because eating it piping hot out of the oven is how you get a burnt mouth, and then you don't enjoy your meals for the next like 3 days.
We want to be able to enjoy the lasagnas.
360 lasagna tour, absolutely. I will show you all 4 sides of it. Okay, no worries, Mind Boy. Thank you. Thank you.
Can break out the Dutch if you bring in the German. I feel like I know 2 words in Dutch, and I mean I think.
You know the word for canal? Do you remember the word for canal?
Oh, it's hard to say.
It's graag.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I can't say it.
Yeah. You got to have a lot of phlegm ready for that one.
It's a phlegmy language.
Which thankfully I've been
it's
drinking.
Flemish.
Flemish.
Well, it's a different language,
No.
but it's adjacent. It's adjacent. They're
Yes.
close.
Good joke. Luigi and RTX. Oh boy. Yeah. Again, yes. I know that the mods are trying
Someone's like,
to keep everybody speaking English.
Canal also works.
The Dutch word for canal would be canal most of the time. Yeah, fair enough. We've been to Amsterdam and we've seen a lot of signage for various graags. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Like the 2 words I know in Dutch are alstublieft
Mm-hmm.
and hier felicitat. Oh, there's Oscar. Is that what it is? It's congratulations.
Gracht is more like a moat. I mean, kind of, yeah. It's just like a lot of the canals in Amsterdam, which is the only Dutch city I have been to, were you know, Koningsgracht or something, right? Like, yeah, I remember Goedenavond.
Ah!
That's the only other thing I remember how to say in Dutch. Luckily, a lot of people in the Netherlands speak perfect English.
Yeah,
So-
no, we were like, let's
so we're good.
prepare and try to speak some English, or try to speak some Dutch, and we went
Right.
there and everyone just immediately spoke to us in English, and we went, well.
Do you want to go full camera for this one?
Sure.
Because we are ready.
Hier feliciteert, that's what it is. Hier feliciteert.
We are ready for the full presentation of the Luigi.
Is that, you think it's done?
I think it's done. I think it is done. Let's do a full 360-degree presentation of the lasagna. Glorious. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's looking great. The top layer might be a little bit crispy, but if the bechamel is kind of like soaked into the middle of it, that'll be good, and there might just be like a little bit of chewier edges. I honestly like the burnt, chewy, kind of congealed bits of the lasagna where the cheese is just all like melted into a thing.
Oh my god.
Is like entirely what I'm about.
It's very intense
So,
right now.
I will
Things are
absolutely
falling
have
off the side.
Oh, yeah.
Hier
Yeah.
feliciteert. Alaganyas.
It's gonna be. You want to see the chat needs to see the dripping.
I can.
The lasagna dripping.
Here, I can move this.
Side.
I can.
Let's go to chop cam. So you can see this is lasagna being prepared live. Let me actually move this over so we get more of the stove in. There we go. Oh, look at that! Look at that sweet lasagna footage. Heck yes.
Laganyas choriantes. Laganyas choriantes.
Feel sorry for whoever has to clean the oven. Don't worry, I put the there's like a grill pan tray underneath that I put in just to catch like the kind of stuff that catches like the drippings from cheese on toast or whatever. So I put.
Where's the cheese? Are you kidding me? I can't convey to you how much cheese there is on this thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of parmesan in there. There's a lot of like the bechamel isn't strictly speaking cheese, but it's made out of all the other things cheese is made out of.
Boy.
So I think that counts.
Yeah, it's the top has absorbed some of it. Is that? Do we need to put this in for a little? Ouch.
Yeah, I think the sheet on top is probably going to be better in the middle. I think it's just like the edges
I just
probably
wanna make
haven't
sure
absorbed enough of the moisture.
I just want to make sure it's cooked okay.
We don't need to worry too much about the edges.
There's never enough cheese. I understand this, but I'm also like lactose intolerant, so this is plenty of cheese. This is a lot of cheese.
It is a lot of cheese. Oh boy. I'm very pleased with this.
Also, someone... Oh my gosh, your battery is very low.
Yeah, I know, I need to...
Someone asked if we were planning on watching Eurovision. Which
possibly?
Possibly. We're absolutely watching. I'm watching Eurovision. Absolutely. Someone said UK is good this year. I actually haven't heard the UK's entry at all.
Yeah. I feel like the only one
What is that?
I have no idea.
Is it a piece of cheese?
I think it is. I don't know where it came from.
I
I feel like it came from the ceiling somehow. I'm like, what?
What?
It's raining cheese in here.
Concerning?
I think I probably just had it like on my hand from the...
Yeah, no, I've listened to I've listened to a couple. I normally don't listen to any songs beforehand.
I've listened to Australia's weirdly enough, but only because the Australian contestant also just did the theme song for My Brother and Me.
Ah, yes.
So
No,
I know about Montaigne, and that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Japao.
And the Italian entry, because you got really excited about that.
Yeah, the Italian entry and the entry from San Marino is pretty exciting. Pretty fun. I've also heard the Portuguese entry, which is definitely not going to win, but is really sweet and nice.
Definitely not gonna.
Well, it's just very not sedate, but it's just more chill. There was one year Portugal did win, and it was a really sweet, good song. But it's just this one is a little bit more. I don't know, like it's.
Sometimes we gotta have some chill though.
No, I know, but I feel like this year people might want like a more high energy, uplifting kind of thing.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Is that like a good portion for you, by the way? Do you want to just
That is
like
plenty. Yeah,
like a
that's a good amount. Yeah. Yeah, like I've listened to. San Marino, I think, is a really strong contender, but I don't know how people are gonna. I'm not someone who like knows everything about. You know what I mean? Some people are like big Eurovision fans and like can recite which year which country won and all of the different like internal, dramas and rationales behind who voted for what and what the point, who got nil point when. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I'm not that level of enthusiasm.
Chaps don't lick knives.
As he licks the knife. But yeah, like...
I need to take a picture of this.
Serbia? Okay, I'll have to listen to that. No, okay, listen, normally I will just watch the finale. Like, I won't watch all of the semifinals, and I won't listen to all of the entries in the kind of qualifying rounds. And some people really kind of track the progress of the competition in that way, and that's not my jam. But when I first moved here, I was still really jet lagged, and like one of the first nights I was here, it was Eurovision night, and I was like, what is happening? This is incredible. And so I have been a fan for it simply for that reason. It was a delight to watch when I was like super tired, and it was just like so much was going on. I think that was the year, I can't remember which country it was. There were people on unicycles, and they had like little gnome hats. I can't remember which country that was. It was real good though. And was that the year that Greece did alcohol is free, or was that a couple years?
Yes.
Was that a couple years later?
Absolutely, it was.
Was it the same year? Okay, yeah, that was a fantastic year. Yeah, I've only watched it a little bit. Yeah, it's Johnny is taking pictures of the lasagna with.
I have to do my Minnesota Tolls bit.
With the fancy camera.
This
But
is
yeah.
even the fancy camera. That's the fancy camera. This is the old camera.
Excuse me. Pardon me. But yeah, I mostly saw the.
Oh yeah, baby, work for me.
What's happening? I mostly saw the Italian one. I heard a lot of hype about the San Marino one because Florida has like a guest verse on the track, which I was like, what?
Is that how you pronounce Florida?
Yeah.
You're like Florida.
Well, it's Florida. Like you can say it at the same time.
It's two equal stresses.
Florida, Florida. Yeah. Anyway.
Florida has a guest spot on this.
But yeah, no. Well, it could be like Florida. I always feel like it's like Florida. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, he's got a guest spot on the.
I absolutely need the plates from where you are.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I'm blocking things with my butt.
You just like stretched out at that moment where I was
My
like,
back
yeah,
is hurting from standing. Okay, see you, Talis Manster. And someone else said they were going. Thank you for whoever stayed. Oh my god, that was loud.
Sorry.
It's okay. Thank you for whoever stayed. We are going to display the Luigi.
381 people are here. We love you all. Especially Bruno.
Yeah.
He's still here.
I think so, yeah.
I have to find somebody to raid now.
Oh. But, yeah, no, I've seen the San Marino entry because of that guest, and then,
I'm going to switch my laptop off because it's like 2% battery, so
okay.
we can chat to them over there.
Yeah, when San Remo happened, people were talking about the,
Beautiful.
there we go. When San Remo happened, he's still here. There he is. Obviously, Maneskin won, San Remo this year, and I heard big talk about that. Everyone was really excited. They were like, they're going to Eurovision. It's gonna be so good, and it's so sloppy. Oh my god, it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Good lord. I hope this is
like a little extra. The first slice is always like the one that you have to ruin structurally in order to get everything else out.
This is true.
This is my portion, by the way.
Yeah, that's far too much food for me. But yeah, so I'm excited for Maneskin this year to represent Italy. That's gonna be a fun vibe. But yeah, I have no idea. There's a bunch of other entries that I've heard people say are quite good this year, and I've not seen many of those yet. So it'll be fun to watch on the day and see how everyone does. It'll be fun. I always enjoy the.
I feel like I need to.
I always enjoy the nonsense of Eurovision.
I need to get the picturesque one. Yeah, close enough.
See Zeke. See whoever else is heading out. The first piece is always the worst to get out. It's just like.
It's the same with any kind of tray bake.
Yeah,
Just gotta ruin the first one.
with a cake, with a brownie, with anything. My country is what Yotivana says. My country's won one, and my whole country absolutely has. Was that when? Was it Yordi or Jordi or what was it? Was it
Lordy.
Lordy? That's what
Yeah.
it is. I was like the monster rock people.
Hard Rock Hallelujah.
Yeah, that one.
I saw Lordy at Download Festival in Donington Park in 2006, and as I was getting ready to watch them, like a Welsh guy who can't have been above 5 foot tall came up next to me and was like, "Oh, I've seen these at Eurovision, they're brilliant." And I was like, "Yeah, no, really excited to see them. Like, it's super cool. They're in like a kind of, they're in like the third stage tent basically, so they were kind of like a little bit more niche." And this guy, because he was so short, I was like, "Is he going to be able to see over the crowd?" He took like a folding stool out of his backpack. It was like maybe 1.5 feet extra height. Kind of unfolded it, put it down, like stood up on it. He was like maybe 5 inches or so over me, and he was like, "Now we're ready to rock." It was like the best moment of that festival for me. I loved it so much. Let me take a picture of this, and then we're probably done for the stream.
You want some dressing?
Yeah, sure.
For the salad, because now it's just like.
I mean, yeah, but like, let's at least make the salad like. Let's take a picture of it like so.
He's having a photographer moment.
This is what Toz does on all of his streams. I have to do this. He would not forgive me if I didn't put this on the gram.
Silly. Is this all the dressing we've got? Or do you want the French dressing, or do you want
Oh, it's a picture.
it's like we've got some like balsamic and olive oil.
Honestly, I would go with oil and balsamic. I think the dressing in there is a little old.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm sure people always find a way.
I love that dude. He was the best. It turns out that me, Azuma, and Rendog were all at that festival at the same time as well. It's so cool. It's like we never even knew.
I'm gonna focus on you. Where are you at? There you are.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I was really focused on the lasagna and not on you.
I have the lens cap this upstairs. Ugh, I hate myself.
What? No, the lens cap's over here. Is it this lens
No,
cap?
that's that one.
Oh, that's for this one. Sorry. Wrong lens
I
cap.
need to change lenses carefully because I don't want to like leave this face down on the fridge.
Cosmic Dancer is also at that festival.
Oh, were you? That's incredible. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I miss going to music festivals in general. I don't feel like I could do it now.
We're too old.
Oh, absolutely, we're too old. But no, Download Festival was great.
Or at least the camping kind of part.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
No,
I'm getting in the way of your...
I would absolutely get the bus and then go and stay in a hotel or something. I'd be awful. Alright, that's awesome. That's the stream. We're going to drop you guys off with somebody. We can raid somebody and show our appreciation for the community here on Twitch. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining for this. This was incredible. We're going to go and enjoy our lasagna. But cooking streams, like, I want to do more stuff like this. I think this was super fun. And I really hope that we can get some more stuff like this done in future. Shout out to Bruno.
If there are any Italians in the chat, I hope that this meets your approval. We didn't mangle your beautiful dish.
Yeah. Shout out to Bruno. Shout out to Sad Milkman. Anyone else who dropped a raid. Thank you so much for the hype train earlier as well. That was wild.
I cannot see our cam to refocus anything.
Oh, don't worry. It's fine. Yeah, you're there. That was a lasagna. And I've been Pixlriffs. Who's streaming right now?
I'm here too.
You are here too, and that's important. We're going to rate Ellen because we were talking...
Oh, Ellen's live!
Yeah, we were talking about Luigi. This is the streamer that we got Luigi from.
Perfect.
And this is probably the only chance I will ever get to raid her because
She streams in the evening,
She
generally.
streams in the evenings, which I do not. So we're going to raid Ellen from now on. She's playing GeoGuessr. Enjoy her stream. It is a delight. You will have a great time.
Come over here.
And
You can actually see us and say bye properly, so we're not just like standing over
you
there.
can see my spare tire through the shirt.
No.
Thank you guys so much for being here. It's been a blast. Thank you once again for the incredible donations that led to this being a thing back in December. So glad we've finally been able to do it now in May.
Finally.
And yeah, we're going to go and enjoy our dinner. Enjoy Ellen's
I feel like
stream.
we should have taken a bite before we say goodbye.
I'll take a bite. I'll take a bite right now. Real quick, as the raid thing is going.
To be fair, you can cancel it and then start it again.
I'm just going to take a bite of this in the sauce.
How is it?
That rules. I'm looking forward to eating more of it.
Let me try.
Yeah, you into it? Good. Alright,
Very good.
give Ellen my love. Don't forget to use your pixel hype emotes in the hashtag PixelRaid. Spam the word Luigi as well if you can. And we'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye for now.
Besitos!